the very oldest language on the face of this earth. Chico the Cabia Mapuni, Chineke, and Son of the Wena Usiala, Nina Goza Hansoyam, Unana Jama, and Yanage Farosi, Okonane, all the and then so no one in and you went out of his Tahara to the and you went out young. Because you will make a difference with your source and you went out of but you know what? I would like you to believe that someone Ekpa is the cause of this. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look what you do. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I'm doing in 5 years to come. Thank you. The very oldest language on the face of this earth. Chico the Cabia Mapuni, Chineke, and Son of the Wena Usiala, Nina Goza Hansoyam, Unana Jama, and Yanage Farosi, Okonane, all the and then so no one in and you went out of his Tahara to the and you went out young. Because you will make a difference with your source and you went out of But you know what? They would like you to believe that someone is the cause of it. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look what you do. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you.
So you keep on supporting evil in the zoo, the more your land will be taken from you, the more your daughters will be raped and abducted, the more your sons will be slaughtered in cold blood. And under one Nigeria, there is nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Because one idiot that they groomed will rise up and say to you, oh no, it's one Nigeria, there is crime everywhere. Haven't you heard about Zamfara? Haven't you heard about Katsina? There is crime everywhere. That is not the case. The crimes you have in the north, the insecurity you have in the north is as a direct consequence of their own actions. They grouped them. Al-Qaeda in the Nigeria, ISIS in West Africa, Boko Haram, Fulani headsmen, bandits, all of them. Who brought them to Nigeria? It's Fulani. Fulani brought them into Nigeria. Everybody brought them in. All are you deaf and dumb and stupid? When you come out and you pretend, oh, we are one Nigeria, go and show. Somebody was asking, where is the boundary, where will the boundary of Biafra begin? And I asked the fool, where did the boundary of Nigeria begin? People from Niger come and go the like. Most of these idiots are from Niger. They are building a pipeline to Niger. They are building a rail line to Niger. They are building roads to Niger. Whereas where the money comes from, which is Biafra land, we don't have those infrastructure. No, we don't. But you're taking our money. You come to you come to Ohaji, you come to everybody, you come to Agulere, you come to Ekpa, you take our resources, sell it, get the money, and now you're building a way to Niger, and you want me to be happy with you. Clap for your Nigeria. One Nigeria. I think you are insane. You come to my land, you take our oil, you take our gas, you take our bumper, you get everything, our VAT, our tax and spend. You are now building a road from Katsina to Niger. Airport to Niger. Refinery to Niger. You take oil from my land, you take it to Niger, you refine it, you bring it back to me as a refined petroleum. And you're telling me that country is viable. You're telling me that Nigeria should be supported. You are in one Nigeria. You are not going anywhere and you're dying every day. Because those that they appointed to speak for you, they gave them money so that they will come out. Pages of the newspaper to give the world the giving impression that everything is okay when things are go and see the contradictions in it. Nigeria is not working. We are marginalized. And then you come back to say Nigeria is why. You must stay in it. Are you not foolish? These These are the useless intellectuals that you have. On one hand, you say Nigeria is not working. You're marginalized. You are being discriminated against. You are suffering. They are killing you everywhere. And you come back to the same place and say Nigeria must be one. Had Nigerians gotten together to say they want to be part of this useless contraption, that's entirely their business. I'm a Democrat, I'm subscribed to it. But have you asked yourself this question? Why is it that all those asking you to remain in one Nigeria has something to gain from Nigeria, or they have benefited in the past? Nothing more, nothing less. I saw the letter that Ekpa wrote to President Biden. In it, Ekpa said, come and help us fight terrorism, in order to ensure that there will be no regional destabilization. That is their game plan at the U.S. State Department for very many years, until we stepped in. They keep trotting out these lies. Once Nigeria breaks up, there will be destabilization in the entire region. I say that because you don't understand African history. Most of these people are not people. When I say they say I'm insulting them. No, I'm not insulting them. Most of them are people. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. We always go back to our village where we are born, where our umbilical cord, our Lord, where it was buried. That's where we come from. That is why every Christmas, Easter, New Year festival, or August meeting, you see us migrating back to where we come from. And I keep saying these things to Africans, they don't understand it. They don't understand it. Everywhere in Africa during Christmas, if you like, be in South Africa, if you like, let it be in Kenya, you let it be in Rwanda, everybody from the capital goes to the village. If you go to Accra, the same thing happens. This past Christmas, if you like, go to Cotonou. Of heaven, the very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chukwu okike abịa mapụrụ m ihe niile, Chineke na onye ndị nsọ na-efe wee na-akpụ isi ala nye onye anyị na-agọzi aha nsọ ya mgbe niile, onye anyị na-aja mma wee na-eto anyị enweghị iche ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị anaghị efe arụsị, ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onweghị onye kere ya. Ọ bụ ya mere ndị Igbo ji wee na-etu gị ebighị ebi. Ndị nsọ na-agba oche eze gị okirikiri ha na-akpụ isi ala nye gị, ọbụladị ndị okenye oru 2 na 4 bụ ndị na-atụ mkpọ ọla edo na ana ha niile so na-ede nsọ Chineke na nke igwe. N'ụtụtụ a, ehihie, abalị, n'ụwa niile bụ ebe ụmụ gị gbasasịrị ka ụkpaka nna nke bere dị ngọzi ka anyị na-akpọkọta ha eze ebube n'ime eluigwe wee na-arịọ gị ma mma gị na ebere gị amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ ka iru gị wee chaa n'ebe anyị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị eze ebube dị ngọzi ka i wee tinye ọgbaghara n'etiti ndị iro, ka ha rapụ ndị kụziri ka ha wee megide anyị onye nwe m na Chineke nna dị nsọ, ka aka nsị ndị dị etu a wee baa ha ọnụ, ije obodo ekwensị bụ zuu wee laa ya n'iyi. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị onye na-adịgide ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, biko nụ ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ọsọ ọsọ nna nke bịara na ụmụ gị atakwala n'ahụhụ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị ka iwe na anyị ezi echiche na amamihe, mmekọrịta nwanne na nwanne, ịdị n'otu ọganiru, ịhụnanya nke pụrụ iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna, ka iwe etinye ụmụ gị ezi mmụọ nke eziokwu ma wezuga anyị aka ajọ ihe n'ime ndụ anyị nna nke bere dị ngọzi. Ka ọ ga-abụ na ikpeta maazị na Biafra ga-abịa, anyị ga-aja gị mma wee too gị wee gọzie aha nsọ gị, kpee isi ala nye gị, bulie aha nsọ gị elu site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi ka a na-arịọ gị ise ise ise. This very morning, all of you, I believe that those who are watching know who we are and why we do what we do. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet Earth, the director of radio Biafra and Biafra television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, Chukwu Kikabia Mapurumi Henine, servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. We are live and we are direct this very morning, afternoon, or night, depending on where you are. And we start this very day by making it abundantly clear that the greatest enemy of a black man is the way that we reason. If not that the way we reason is very, very abhorrent, there is no need or reason why we should be suffering and complaining every blessed day without the courage to do something about it. Some of you tried to do something about it with the End SARS protest, but some of us quickly, or should I say some of you quickly capitulated because of your tribal affiliations or religious considerations. They managed to divide each and every one of you. But today you must make up your mind what you want to do. Do you want to change your lives, or do you want to continue residing in a damnable zoological republic with no hope, way, or means out of the mess that you're in? Why can't we change our lives? Those who are telling you that a revolution is not the best way to go about it, ask them, how come Russia is advanced today? How come the United Kingdom, Britain is advanced today? How come Germany is advanced today? How come France is advanced? How come Spain is advanced? How come the United States of America, of course, the greatest country on this very earth, is where they are today? Is because in each and every of these countries, there was a revolution. Either a violent overthrow of a very corrupt and inept regime, or there was what I would refer to as intellectual revolution. In Africa, none of these appears to be present at the moment. Those of them that commenced the NSAS protest tried as much as they can, but the forces that be overwhelmed them, the forces of darkness, the forces of hate, the forces of retrogression, the forces of iniquity prevailed, especially with the help of their journalists and their media houses. But this time around, we must prepare ourselves. But before we do so, we must ask this very important question. Are we all prepared for this very change that is about to come? Are we mentally tough enough to withstand all the garbage that will be thrown at us? Are you strong enough to jettison every emotional consideration that has to do with tribe, ethnicity, or religion? Once we are able to overcome all of this nonsense, believe you me, this very next phase of revolution will stand, and stand very, very strongly. Everybody knows that Nigeria is a scam, a very big one at that. Nigeria is being run by an extremist bunch of dictators called the presidency. All of you know this. Everybody understands this very fact that Buhari is no more. You know that Buhari is dead. Everybody knows. But those still perpetuating this very myth that Buhari is alive are those pinning their hopes on 2023. So this is a collection of odd bedfellows. These are people who are determined by every means available to cling on to power, to continue to impoverish you, to continue to allow terrorists from all across the Sahel to occupy your farmlands and your forests. They rape your mothers, they abduct your sisters, they kill your traditional rulers, they kill the daughters of your prominent men, and you do nothing about it. Because their only consideration is to keep you focused on this very elusive, better Nigeria to come. You and I know that Nigeria can never, ever be better. We know that very well. The whole world understands that Nigeria can never, ever be better. Why are you pinning your hopes on it? You're pinning your hopes on it so you can go to Dubai, like Atiku and the rest of them, and buy houses for your wives and your concubines. You are doing so because you think it's the turn of your village to eat money. And I have consistently asked this question. Biden, that has just been confirmed as the US president, is he from your village? Boris Johnson from the United Kingdom, is he from your village? Is Angela Merkel from your ethnic group? I'm asking you in the zoo. But you prefer to live in all these countries, which means that ethnicity is irrelevant. What matters is the policies being pursued by any specific or particular government or regime, not where they come from. When people tell you nonsense about it is our turn, why don't we wait till 2023? They are only deceiving you. And if you allow yourselves to be deceived, things can only get worse. Fulani terrorists will take over your land. Time and time again, I have warned you on this very matter, but some of you never ever listened. I told our Yoruba friends that this thing you're supporting, this very evil government you're supporting, when they tagged IPOB a terrorist group, you supported them. You are going to pay a very heavy price for it. Had the Yoruba journalist stood up and said, IPOB did nothing wrong, you cannot tag them a terrorist group, believe you me, by today, you will not have Fulani people occupying Yoruba forests and farmlands. Because in this life, what goes around comes around. If you support evil today because you're benefiting, eventually that evil will overwhelm you. The same thing happened to APC. The same thing happened to Fulani Caliphate. They brought in terrorists from all across the Sahel. They brought them into Nigeria to try to force Jonathan out of office. Now Jonathan is out of office. They are now, of course, reaping what they sowed, all of them. Do you see that the North is in as much disarray as we have in the South, if not worse? When they were grooming and breeding these terrorists, they thought they were doing it just to assume political power. They never knew there was another dimension to it. That these terrorists that they all created will come back to consume them. And that is what is happening today. It is the spillover of their same, should I say, terror effects that we are feeling right across the South. That was why we said with the launch of ESN that we cannot allow that nonsense to continue. They know they are not going to make any headway in the East. They have turned their attention to the West. They are forcibly occupying their land and telling them that they cannot do anything about it. A whole presidency in a country openly and brazenly supporting terrorists. All of you watching and listening all over the world, you know that Miyetti Allah is a terrorist organization. You know that. They have killed. They have said that Benue State is theirs for the taking as a spoil of war. All of you are aware of it. You know what they are doing. Anywhere you have Fulani headsmen, terrorists for that matter, they tell you, oh, they are pastoralists. They are allowed to do their businesses in the forest. All of you are aware of it. But you kept quiet, hoping that somehow Tinubu will emerge as the president, or an Igbo man will come as the president, and your family will start enjoying. But in the meantime, you have no more farmlands, you have no more forests, you have nowhere you can call your own home. The same stupidity exhibited by Hausa peasants that enabled Fulani to take Sokoto from them, that enabled Fulani to take Katsina from them, that enabled Fulani to take even Kanu from them. Every Hausa land is occupied either by a Fulani emir or a Fulani governor. Some of you don't want to reason, you don't ever learn that the main aim of Fulani is to conquer your land and enslave you. Look at Hausa people today. As I wrote yesterday, they are worse than a discarded tissue paper. They are worth nothing. Only their language is what is relevant in their lives. Everything else is lost. All of you are repeating the exact same mistakes that the Hausas made. That is why they are in trouble. And that is why they can never ever come out of it. They are all suffering from what I would, an advanced version of the Stockholm Syndrome. Can you imagine that these people came into their land and took it over and they cannot do anything about it? Hausa is gone. It took Fulani very many years before they came out of their shell to say we are Fulani. Remember before, many years ago, they said we are Hausa Fulani. We are Hausa Fulani. Because that time, their subjugation of the Hausa race hasn't been completed. Now they have completed it. Have they not completed it? And what is happening right now? I ask you what is happening now. Fulani have now come out to tell you we are Fulani people. Is that not what they are saying now? They are not telling you we are Fulani. No more Hausa Fulani. What does that tell you? That the Hausa race no longer exists. Do you want the same thing to happen to you? Do you want the same thing to happen to your families, to your villages? Do you want your towns, let's say Obomosho, to be renamed into a Fulani name? Do you want Onisha to answer a Fulani name? Forget all the nonsense about unity of Nigeria. All they are uniting against is your common interest. Unless you prefer epileptic power supply, unless you prepare to live your whole life without running water, unless you want to live in abject poverty and deprivation, your only alternative is a revolution. Let nobody discourage you. All the countries of the world doing very, very well, they all went through a revolution. You must go through it. If you don't go through it, you can never ever survive as a people. Fulani will take you over. As simple as that. This very day, we are making it known to the whole world that the Muslim extremist dictatorship masquerading as a secular democratic government must be demolished. It must be demolished for you to survive. They have to be demolished. If you do not demolish them, your lives will end very, very miserably. I assure you. I assure you. The zoo is on its knees. Everybody knows that the zoo called Nigeria is on its knees. Who doesn't know that? Everybody knows. Nothing is functioning. You are all aware of it. When they say go and register for NIM or whatever, NIM or whatever rubbish is called, all of you trooped out without legislation, without any laws. Fulani can control you however they like. Once they announce it, Yoruba newspapers very foolishly and stupidly will support them because they want Tinubu as the president. And you are all dying every blessed day. You are all dying every day. Had you people risen up to say that what is happening in Nigeria is bad, there is no way that Fashoranti's daughter will not be alive today. That is the price you pay for duplicity. That is the price you pay for treachery. That is the price you will continue to pay until you rise up and say enough is enough. It is up to you to do it. You did it during NSAS. You can do it again. Can you imagine Fulani people telling you, if you remove Fulanis from Yoruba forest, imagine Fulani telling you, if you remove them from your ancestral lands, there will be war, and you are panicking. And you have not asked yourself, why are they not saying the same thing about the East? Why did they not say to Eastern Security Network? Why did they not say to me, if you don't stop evacuating Fulani terrorists from the forest, there will be war? Because they know. They understand psychologically that you don't have what it takes to resist them. Do you know why Borno State is still alive? Why you still have the Kanuri people in Borno today? Was because they resisted the Fulani centuries ago. You have to go back to history to understand how Nigeria came into existence. Fulani has been expanding from day one, from Senegambia. All the way from Senegambia, they've been expanding, and now they are in Okigwe. All the way from Senegambia, they are now in Okigwe. And you're asking us to somehow fold our hands and keep quiet because of 2023, because one idiot is going to come out to become a president, because of that rubbish, because of that nonsensical notion, we should fold our hands and wait until we are overrun by the Janjaweed from the Sahel. Is that how reasonable people think? Is that how people that wish to survive as a race, is that how they reason? It is very, very shocking that some of you do not understand what the Fulanis have in store for you. Very, very soon it is going to happen. And when it happens, your eyes will clear. And about whom you will see it very clearly. I was warning you. In 2014, 2015, 2016, they said he's a warmonger. He's a warmongering. I went to America and I told World Igbo Congress that this war you are avoiding is going to come to your villages. They said, no, it's not going to happen. What is happening today? When Yoruba was supporting the dead idiot called Buhari, did I not warn them that this evil you're supporting will consume you? They never listened. They never wanted to listen. IPOB is a terrorist group. You're trying to divide Nigeria. But Mietiala is not. People that you are calling bandits, have you heard anybody come out to say, please Buhari, since presidency is there defending terrorists in the forest, why don't you proscribe them? No, you cannot proscribe a Fulani group. Never. And all of you, we are supporting evil. When there is the proscribed IPOB, proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. These are Yoruba journalists writing junk. Every day they keep writing rubbish. But their land is under siege. Their land is under siege. And the Fulani will take it. It doesn't take time. So I am here today to encourage them that they must stand tall and be very strong, resolute. That is what Fulani does. They control the media. They have well-paid consultants all over the world doing their bidding for them. They have that woman at UN trying to lobby the world that everything is okay in the zoo called Nigeria. But you and I know that the zoo is not okay. You and I know the game plan of the Fulani. And what are you doing about it? Nothing. Every day you read, you lament, you complain. Every day you read, you lament. And that's all you do. That is all you do. You read, you lament, you complain, you do nothing about it. Your lives are being taken away from you. Your forests are being occupied. Your mothers are being raped. Your daughters are being abducted. And the whole national government, presidency, is supporting such people. And you're telling me that Nigeria is viably sustainable. Is that what you're telling me? That somehow this contraption is sustainable, it is viable. It can never be. Because the more you stay in one Nigeria, the more you are inviting the Fulanis to take over your ancestral lands, to take over your villages, and to make life a misery for you. That is the end game. That is the outcome. If you doubt me, go and do a bit of research. Ask yourself, who are the Hausa people? Who are the Nupe people? Who are the Bachama people? All of these people were steamrolled by the Fulani march to the Atlantic Ocean. And now they're in Yoruba land. They're in their forests. They are in their forests. And who is going to drive them away from there? If not the Yoruba youths. Forget about your useless governors. Your elders are very strong. I love Yoruba elders. The way they behave, the way they talk. Very, very strong. They said they support Akeredolu. This governor of Ondo State. They support him in what he's doing. People must come out to say that enough is enough. When you travel to the north, do you live in the forest in the north? The Igbo people in Sabongeri in Kanu, are they living of course it's Hausa land, are they living in the forest? They came to the town, they work very hard, they build houses, they build mansions, they develop the entire place. Is that not what they do? What are Fulani people doing in our forest? Nobody can answer that question. They say that they're pastoralists. I want some of you have had your breakfast this morning. Please go to your fridge or go to where you keep your beverages and you will see pig milk. Pig. Some of us were raised on pig milk. For how many years now? And you keep asking yourself, what is pig milk? Pig milk is mineral. The same milk that the cows produce in Holland can be produced in the zoo. Tell me the country in the world aspiring to be a member of the UN Security Council where you move cattle from place to place. Are you people well at all? You so-called Nigerians, are you normal in the brain? I'm asking you a simple question. Show me a country that aspires to be in the 21st century moving cattle from place to place, telling me they're grazing. Which country is that? Please tell me. All of you don't have any shame. When you have people, an entire presidency coming out to defend a very primitive, archaic agricultural practice, then you know you embrace serious mess. You are in one almighty trouble, I'm telling you. You people are in a mess. The Holland that you get your pig milk from, do they move cattle from Rotterdam to Amsterdam? I'm asking you a simple question. But they produce the pig milk that you're drinking every blessed day. Why can't Fulani produce pig milk in Sokoto? Why can't they produce carnation milk in Kanu? They have the cattle. Before the white man came, did you see any Fulani in your forest? All these people talking rubbish about movement of cattle and movement of... I'm asking you, before Britain came and handed over Nigeria to Fulani, ask your grandfathers, please, or your grandmothers. Ask them. All this nonsense we are hearing today in this so-called one, I want to tell you the dangers of one Nigeria. All this nonsense you're hearing today about one Nigeria, Fulani in our forest, Fulani in our village. Before the white man came, did you see Fulani moving their cattle all over the place? Did we not have meat to eat? They will answer these questions for you. Because sometimes in Africa, we don't reason very well. The way we reason is disjointed. It is disjointed. I can't understand for the life of me why instead of them to waste all that money arming and equipping this Janjaweed army Mihetiala to come and conquer you and I, why don't they open a milk factory somewhere in the north and bring the milk down south? I'm sure Southerners will buy it. After all, pig milk comes all the way from Holland. Pig milk all the way from Holland. Now you understand it. Because of the way you people reason. Why can't you produce? Is it difficult to produce milk? The same milk that comes out naturally from the udder of the cow. Why can't you can it somewhere, pasteurize it, and send it to people to eat, to drink, or to do whatever with? All over the world, that is what is happening. In fact, they produce so much milk in Europe that they pour it away. Why can't you do the same thing? A whole president claiming they are in the 21st century are supporting a very primitive practice of moving cattle from place to... All of you, you're not ashamed of yourselves. You have no shame. As somebody will say, your shame is shaming me. I'm telling you, you people from the zoo, I'm ashamed of your ignorance and stupidity. You people are hopeless, completely hopeless. One day, one idiot to come and say, we are intellectuals. And you're moving cattle from Kafanchan to Ahoda. You are intellectuals. You are intellectualizing. You are in the 21st century, you are moving cattle, driving cattle, Nama, from over 300 miles. It's claiming Yoruba forest is a place for you to be in. You want to relax, Yoruba forest is every Nigerian is free to live anywhere. And do their business anywhere, yes? When an Igbo man tries to sell beer in Kanu, you destroy it. You destroy their businesses, you destroy their hotels, but you can come down to the south and live anywhere you like and graze anywhere you like. And you're telling me that is a country, that is one Nigeria for you? The Fulanis we are talking, they call them the Funa movement. Our attention has been drawn to a decree credited to one Rotimi Akeredolu, asking Fulani people who have occupied some forests in Ondo State to quit. We are also aware of another incident in Oyo State where an illiterate political talk gave quit notice to Fulani people to leave their territories, which are now their irreversible homes. Are you listening? Fulani are now saying that Yoruba forest is now their irreversible homes. They have now occupied Yoruba land in perpetuity. And I want to let my Yoruba friends understand this. You see, in life, anytime you support evil, evil will come back to haunt you. All of you never knew that IPOB and this Biafra movement was for your liberation. Some of you saw maybe the oil and gas from Biafra land. If they go now, we'll have access to oil and gas. In the process of having your eyes fixated on oil and gas, your forest is gone. Do you understand it? There is nothing more precious in life than freedom. Freedom is very important. And I need you to understand this very morning. Every Yoruba person supporting Fulani, you are setting up yourself to become like the Hausa people. Remember when Hausa was supporting Fulani? We are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Where are the Hausa people today? I ask you. Where are those Hausa people today? Do you see them anymore? They're saying we are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Do you see them again today? Do you see them? I'm asking you. No, because Fulani have completely overwhelmed them. It's called emasculation. Completely emasculated them. Look at what they're doing in the East. In the East, they come to the East, I will tell you, oh, you want to be the president or vice? Yeah. They say, give us land for Ruga. They give them land. I saw Joseph Okado did that Lord Banta. They have taken it over in forever and ever. Give us land in your state. Hope of them are prove to us that you are stood. Give us land in Olo. Hope of them will give them land in Olo. We can go and kill people in Obibo. We can kill for them. How many Fulani governors are prepared to kill bandits? I didn't say normal people. I'm talking about armed, dangerous bandits. How many Fulani governors? Go and read your newspapers, you will see it there. Fulani governors are negotiating with them, giving them arms, giving them vehicles, making sure that their life is no longer a misery. But see, they come down to the south. They tell you, give us land for Ruga. Go and kill your people to prove to us that you're one Nigerian. That was why Obioso was talking rubbish. Was talking yesterday or 2 days ago. Supported by the BBC. The problem you people have in Nigeria is this. Your journalists, you see people, Punch newspaper, Tribune, Vanguard, and Nation, they are your second worst enemies. I'm telling you the truth. They can never, ever be objective in their reportage. Never, ever, ever. That's why all of you are suffering. But you don't know it. They were the same people used to scuttle the NSAS protest. Of course, some of you went about looking for Indomie in warehouses. Typical black people. Any revolution that is coming now, you must stand very firm. They'll say, oh, you're Igbo. Oh, you're Yoruba. Oh, you are from Europe. Don't join them. It's our turn in 2023. If you do this, you will scuttle our chances of becoming the president in 2023. Ask yourself, all of them that have been president from time immemorial, what benefit has it brought to you as a human being? Absolutely nothing. So you have nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. You look at them now, how they have now descended on Yoruba people, asking them to concede, give us your forest, we must graze, we must do this, we must do that. And slowly, before your eyes, they are giving in, they are capitulating, they are allowing them to go, if you don't give it to us, so Tinubu will not be president in 2023. Tinubu won't be the president. That's what I'm saying to you. And foolishly, you will agree and hand over your land to them. And once they take your land over from you, look at Hausa. Because there is a saying where we come from. If you want to know what your life is going to become in the future, look at Hausa people. If you want to understand or appreciate, I will say, the life that you are about to bequeath to your children and grandchildren, look at Hausa people. Is there any Hausa governor today? Is there any Hausa emir? Is there land though? Katsina is Hausa land. Kanu is Hausa land. Sokoto is Hausa land. Hausa people own it, indigenous to those areas. I'm asking you this question. Is there any Hausa man who's an emir in the north? The answer is no. Something's going to happen to you. If you don't rise up now to break, I'm not even asking people to break this rule. Demand for what rightfully belongs to you, your freedom. The freedom to decide. The freedom to write a constitution if you prefer. The freedom to live with whoever you want to live with. That is what we're asking for. But most people misunderstood what we are saying. And today, almost everything we have said about the zoo has come to pass. Everything we have told you, everything I told you has come to pass, hasn't it? Everything. And some people are still questioning and arguing. They said, Fulani will resist by all means necessary, including armed resistance, any attempt to forcefully eject them from the forest. Yoruba, you must ask yourself this question. When we were pursuing them from Ebonyi, why didn't they say something about ESN or Nnamdi Kanu? Why? Have you asked yourself that question? Because they know we are prepared to die to defend our land. They understand that very well. That is the only language the Fulani understand. You cannot say to Fulani, oh, let us have a Fulani president. And after that, all will be well. Never, ever, ever. They will continue to expand. They will continue to identify idiots in your midst, traitors, saboteurs in your midst. They will promise them heaven and earth. They will give them anything they ask for in order to ensure that they get into you, they subjugate you. Look at Yoruba land, Ilorin. Yoruba, how did you lose Ilorin? You lost Ilorin because somebody thought or felt that by aligning himself with what he felt was a superior Fulani force, he can defeat his own people. Afonja, what happened? As a result of that miscalculation, the great Yoruba race lost Ilorin to Fulani Caliphate. That is why in Ilorin you have an emir of Ilorin, not an Oba of Ilorin, answerable to Sokoto. That is where Lai Muhammad comes from. You can see them. Sokoto slaves in Yoruba land. When I say that, it's not religion. It has nothing to do with religion. It has everything to do with the mentality of a conquered people. Now they have left Ilorin, having taken Ilorin and taken it to Sokoto. They now want to come into Oyo. They want to come into Ondo. Once they take over all those places, it's over for the Yoruba race. Over for you. No, never again will anybody rise a man of honor or integrity in Yoruba land. Never ever. It will only be their stooge. Look at what's happening in the East. Only Fulani stooges can now emerge in the East. It took them very many years, nearly 50 years, to accomplish this very simple task of making sure that everybody, be it Ohanese, be it Pandef, be it governor, anybody you're bringing out must come to the north to swear allegiance to the caliphate. All of them, bar none. Is there any political godfather in the East? There is none. They all go to the north to go and swear allegiance to the Janjaweed. That is why our life is in a mess. That is why they can put someone like Obiozo and make him the Ohanese President General. In front of our eyes, in front of Korokoro. And what did they bribe? They gave money to BBC. They gave money to all Zoo newspapers. They started to trumpet. Obiozo, Apex Group, Apex. You saw them holding their meeting under a canopy. A ton without shame. A whole Ohanese. Under sand, ton canopy. Maybe you saw it disgraceful and shameful. Talking rubbish. The man looks like a janjaweed anyway. Talking nonsense. These are people they have prepared for you to sell you down the drain. By the time the Fulanis are done with you, believe you me, if you don't rise up now to fight for your freedom, by the time Fulanis are done with you, you'll be more useless than a Hausa peasant doing Babi Allah somewhere in Zaria. That is the future that awaits you. Now, our people must understand this very clearly, especially my Yoruba brothers and sisters. It is about time you stop supporting evil. That evil is in Asorok. That evil is a gang of reprobates calling themselves presidency. The more you keep on supporting evil in the zoo, the more your land will be taken from you. The more your daughters will be raped and abducted, the more your sons will be slaughtered in cold blood. And under one Nigeria, there is nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Because one idiot that they groomed will rise up and say to you, oh no, it's one Nigeria, there is crime everywhere. Haven't you heard about Zamfara? Haven't you heard about Katsina? There is crime everywhere. That is not the case. The crimes you have in the north, the insecurity you have in the north is as a direct consequence of their own action. They groomed them. Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb, ISIS in West Africa, Boko Haram, Fulani headsmen, bandits, all of them. Who brought them to Nigeria? It's Fulani. Fulani brought them into Nigeria. El Rufai brought them in. Bauchi state governor brought them in. Are you people deaf and dumb and stupid? When you come out and you pretend, oh, we are one Nigeria, go and show me. Somebody was asking, where is the boundary, where would the boundary of Biafra begin? And I asked the fool, where did the boundary of Nigeria begin? People from Niger come in and go as they like. Most of these idiots are from Niger. They are building a pipeline to Niger. They are building a railway line to Niger. They are building roads to Niger. Whereas where the money comes from, which is Biafra land, we don't have those infrastructure. No, we don't. But you're taking our money, you come to Izombe, you come to Ohaji, you come to Ebema, you come to Aguleri, you come to Ebonyi, you take our resources, sell it, get the money, and now you're building a way to Niger Republic, and you want me to be happy with you. Clap for you, oh, Nigeria is doing well, one Nigeria. I think you are insane. You come to my land, you take our oil, you take our gas, you take our manpower, you take everything, our VAT, our tax that we pay. You are now building a road from Katsina to Niger, airport in Niger, refinery in Niger. You take oil, crude oil from my land, you take it to Niger, you refine it, you bring it back to me as a refined petroleum, or as PPS as you call it. And you're telling me that that country is viable. You're telling me that Nigeria you supported in one anywhere, and you're dying every day because those that they appointed to speak for you, they gave them money and positions so that they will come out on the pages of newspapers to give the world the misleading impression that everything is okay when things are not okay. Go through the statements of Ohaneze and see the contradictions in it. Nigeria is not working. We are marginalized. And then you come back and say Nigeria is one. We must stay in it together. Are you not foolish? These are the useless intellectuals that you have. On one hand, you say Nigeria is not working. You're marginalized. You are being discriminated against. You're suffering. They're killing you everywhere. And you come back to the same place and say Nigeria must be one. Had Nigerians gotten together to say they want to be part of this useless contraption, that's entirely their business. I'm a Democrat, I've subscribed to it. But have you asked yourself this question? Why is it that all those asking you to remain in one Nigeria has something to gain from Nigeria, or they have benefited in the past? Nothing more, nothing less. I saw the letter that Atiku Abubakar wrote to President Biden. In it, Atiku Abubakar said to come and help us fight terrorism, in order to ensure that there will be no regional destabilization. That is their game plan at the U.S. State Department for very many years, until we stepped in. They keep trotting out these lies. Once Nigeria breaks up, there will be destabilization in the entire region. I said it because you don't understand African history. Most of these people are not educated. When I say, they say I'm insulting them. No, I'm not insulting you. Most of you are not educated. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. We always go back to our village where we were born, where our umbilical cord, how long, where it was buried. That's where we come from. That is why every Christmas, Easter, New Year festival, or August meeting, you see us migrating back to where we come from. And I keep saying these things to Africans, they don't understand it. They don't understand it. Everywhere in Africa during Christmas, if you like, be in South Africa, if you like, let it be in Kenya, let it be in Rwanda, everybody from the capital goes to the village. If you go to Accra, the same thing happens. This past Christmas, if you like, go to Cotonou, go to Yaoundé in Cameroon. Everybody living in the capital cities of Africa, they go back to their villages. They go back to their tribes where they come from. Do they do that in the Western world? During Christmas, these people migrating from, oh, I come from Florida, I'm going to Florida. No, you don't. Because people come from where they are born. We come from where our ancestors were born. That is the difference between black people in Africa and those from Europe and other parts of the world. We come from, so if you ask somebody, where do you come from? He or she will mention their village. That is what makes us Africans. It's very, very unique. If you destroy that, you're finished as a people. In Africa, we are tribal. First and
because when they come, I say, oh, so can somebody ask them, where have this Onwekesemia ever walked anywhere in the world? Nowhere. We told them that Nigeria need to be disintegrated according to the ethnic or tribal line. They say, no. You are good when you have diversity. They say your diversity is your strength. We ask them, tell me one country in the world where the diversity has made them to be better than Dubai. We ask you, tell me one country in the world that their diversity made them to be more powerful than America. They say America is also a diversity. I said no. I said no. America do not have dangerous diversity. And I continue to prove the point. They say no. America have white. America have black. I said that is not diversity. Diversity is not color. Okay? Diversity is not color. When you want to talk about diversity, you talk about the religion. You talk about law. They say, yes, but America have Muslims everywhere. I say, but still, it is not diversity. The person will tell me, okay.
Them say Tinubu don't follow for Tinubu don't follow for They want to take it, that's the top of our head. Senate house fall and the criminals, country military fall and the terrorists, injustice, motor shop forget law for inside court. Changaro Republic at the government. Abubakar Malami don't fall for him and EFCC put leg for shit. Them say Sheikh Kukumi don't fall for because Donald Trump don't come to Machamo. Hingo matching Boko boys, matching terrorists. As the government knows a big way for kidnapping to stop. I make it don't fall for Them make Nigerians see one die for suffer.
Of heaven, the very oldest language on the face of this very earth.
Because I can say that from what I have just listened from you, it is just not ordinary.
Very wonderful. When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on today's program, wherever you are joining from. I appreciate everyone that has been able to join. You can see that today is very different. They don't want us to broadcast today. They don't want us to come out. They have tried to block us on different angles, but we keep struggling to come. The battle have increased and intensified. And I will advise everyone that has been able to join the program to be patient. Just be patient. If they kick you out, try to find your way back. The attack we are facing in the platform is getting much tougher every day. When you see the way they are attacking our platform, you understand that it is only because we have something to offer. If we have nothing to offer, they will not attack our platform. They know what we stand for, and they know the effect of our message. That is why they continue to attack the platform. So if you're able to join, just patiently wait, hang on, share the program if you can. If they don't allow you to share, just be patient there and be watching, and also invite those you can invite. They cannot hold us forever. And no matter how they try to intimidate us, we will continue to speak and air our opinion. As I always say, in this platform, we do not come to this platform to instigate violence. We don't preach hate. We do not attack people. We do not promote any form of violence. We do not attack any race or religion. We are focused on the freedom of the people. We are here to promote humanity. All we are asking is live and let's live. trying to present Biafra before the whole world as the only remedy to the failed state Nigeria. This is the assignment we have taken up, and we will continue to engage in this assignment, and we will continue to do what we are supposed to do, no matter the attacks that are coming. So as you join us on this platform today, please kindly stand on, hold on to your seat, and contribute where necessary. If you have a superior argument, feel free to join us to air your opinion. All they are doing is try to discourage us from continuing on this very noble assignment. But I bet you they cannot discourage us. The more they try to discourage us, the more they give us reason to speak. Because when they continue to attack the platform the way they are doing now, that only shows me that we are actually doing something. Because when you have nothing to offer, nobody's going to pay attention to you. It's only when you have something to offer that you will see the attack will come and come and come. And we will continue to go on no matter what happens. So today we have taken up a topic which says Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, ethnic insecurity, the British design of Nigeria. That is what we are going to discuss today. And we will try as much as possible to discuss this very topic on how it relates to us, on how it relates to the freedom we are searching for, and the insecurity in Nigeria. We have said a lot of things in this platform, which are all based on the truth. Everything we say here is based on facts and figures, and we will not relent in speaking out anytime we have the opportunity to do so. We will continue to do so. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, I welcome every one of you once again. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greetings according to your time zone, wherever you are watching from. If you are joining this live stream, I need you to do one thing immediately. If you are in this live stream, make sure you like and share. Very important. Not because of me, but because of truth. If you want the truth to continue, you must like and share the program, because they are not relenting. The attack is heavy. We have never had it this bad before. Today only is extraordinary. After 1 hour, we are not having up to 10 people watching, so you can understand. After 1 hour of playing my intro, they even didn't allow me to come in. They have continued to push aside, remove people, block people from getting our notification, make sure that people do not join. But I have always said that even if it is one person, I will deliver my message. Chukwu know how to expand the message where necessary. So today's discussion is not comfortable, as always. This year, none of our messages will be comfortable for the enemies, for the saboteurs, and the blackmailers. Our message is not emotional blackmail. It is not propaganda. That's not why we're here. Today we are going to talk about power, fear, and why Nigeria is collapsing exactly the way it was designed to collapse. Nigeria is collapsing exactly the way it was designed to collapse. We will talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We will talk about our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. We will talk about persecution, ethnic insecurity, and the British colonial structure that Nigeria never escaped. The colonial structure of the British is still very much around in Nigeria. It's still very much clear and available, and everyone can see it. So we will try as much as possible to talk about that. And I want you to listen carefully, not as supporters, not as critics, but as thinking human beings. When you join this platform, join as a thinking human being. Don't join as a supporter or as a critic. join as a thinking human being so that you can make use of every single word you hear from us in this platform. And let me say this clearly. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not persecuted because of crime. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not persecuted because of crime. Simon Ekpa is not haunted because of violence. This is very, very important that you put it at the back of your mind. If you are a Biafran or non-Biafran, anywhere you're watching us, put this information at the back of your mind. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not persecuted because of crime. Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku is not haunted because of violence. They are targeted because they challenge a system built on silence and fear. That is why they are targeted. For the very first time, they challenge a system built on silence and fear. If it was about law, there would be consistency. If this was about justice, there will be fairness. But what we see is selective outrage and ethnic targeting. Some voices are called dangerous for speaking. Others are rewarded for doing worse, as long as they protect the system. This is not law. That is political survival. That is what we see in Nigeria today. Political survival. That is what you see in Nigeria, playing out, more especially in the southeastern part of Nigeria. You have seen what Soludo is doing. You see Hoku Zerema. Now you see Obi Kubana joining the show. Let us be honest. Brutally honest. Nigerians' insecurity follows ethnic line. This is the truth, an undeniable truth that the Nigerian government itself continues to deny. The Western countries continue to play denial on this. But this is a brutal truth. Nigerian insecurity follows ethnic line. No matter how you try to cover it up, you can't cover it up. Not because ordinary people want violence, but because the state itself has ethnic preferences. Nigerian state has ethnic preferences. You know that, I know that. But some people continue to deny this. The government continues to deny it, dragging the international community into denial. But that is the truth. When violence happens in one region, it is banditry. When violence happens in another region, it is terrorism. When some groups defend themselves, it is treason. Ask yourself, why is insecurity never neutral in that contraption called Nigeria? Why is insecurity never neutral? It's defined differently according to zone, according to area, according to tribe. Because the Nigerian state was never built as a neutral project. Nigerian state was not built as a neutral project. That is why insecurity in Nigeria is not neutral. It is not reported on a neutral ground. It is not treated the same in all parts. I want you to pay attention. This part is very important. This part is very important. Nigeria is not just failing. It is functioning as designed. Hear me and hear me clearly. Nigeria is not just failing. it is functioning as designed. I have said it time and time again in this platform. And this is very important. Nigeria is not collapsing because of corruption alone. Nigeria is not collapsing because of bad leadership alone. Nigeria is collapsing because it was never designed to work. It was never designed to work. For all its people, regardless your race, your tribe, your location, your religion, Nigeria was never designed to work for you. Nigeria was designed to extract resources, to suppress resistance, to reward loyalty to the center, to punish dissent at the edges. That design did not start in Abuja. It started in London. The system that is being run in Nigeria started all the way from London, designed in London. It did not start in Abuja. And it is important we point out this fact so that the international communities will hear. People will know why we are saying that this foundation must be destroyed and a new foundation be laid. People must be allowed to go back to whom they are and come back if they so desire to write an agreement under which they will operate. This is all we are asking, and we will continue to make this request. Without that, there is nothing that is going to work, because as long as you continue to seek for anything under Nigeria, it's not going to work, because Nigeria itself is working as designed by the colonial powers. Let us talk more about the British. Britain did not just create Nigeria and walk away. They did not just create Nigeria and walk away. Britain structured Nigeria to remain dependent, divided, controllable. The British structured Nigeria to remain dependent, to remain divided, and to be controllable. And this is what you see in Nigeria on a daily basis. The only way you can escape it is to remove yourself from Nigeria. For as long as you continue to operate and answer that name, Nigeria, you will continue to be divided, you will continue to be dependent, and you will continue to be controlled. They match incompetent nations, incompatible nations. The British matched incompatible nations together. They empowered certain group over others. They ruled through division and called it administration. And that is the way Nigeria is still operating up to this minute as you're watching this program. And after independence, they did not dismantle the system. They handed it over to local managers. Different faces, same structure, same beneficiaries. So whatever you are seeing in Nigeria today is working exactly how the British put it in place. That is why I say Britain is one of the major problems, and Nigeria is working as they want it. Ask yourself, why haven't they been issued statement all this while? With all the move Nigeria is, all the fake move that Nigeria is making to have alliance to fight terrorism, have you seen the British talking? Which role are they playing? Which effort are they? With the Christian genocide that is happening, what have they done? What action have they taken? They are not interested. why voices like Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa terrify the system. It's because of these revelations. Here is the truth they don't want you to talk about. The truth they don't want us to say out loud. But we will continue to say it anytime we have the opportunity. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa are seen as dangerous, not because of weapons, but because of ideas. Idea that will liberate the people. They question the foundation. They expose fraud. They remind people that consent matters. A system built on fear cannot tolerate clarity. That is why they are afraid of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. A system built on fear cannot tolerate clarity. So it depends. The only way it knows how. The system responds the only way it knows how. And that is what we are seeing in Nigeria, the response of the system. A system built on fear that does not tolerate clarity. Today is responding the only way they know how to respond. How do they respond? They respond by arrest. They respond by sending people exile. They respond by demonization of groups. They respond by silence. And this is what the Nigerian government is doing to the indigenous people of Biafra today. And I want you to know that that is not strength. That their response is not as a result of strength. Is as a result of panic. They are panicking. They are afraid. That is why they respond the way they respond. Let me be clear. This is not just about Biafra. It is not just about the Biafran people. It is about every group trapped in an artificial state that refuses to reform. When a state criminalizes dialogue, it invites resistance. When you criminalize dialogue, the only thing you are inviting is resistance. That is where we are. When a state punishes identity, it manufactures instability. In Nigeria today, Nigeria manufacturers has been able to create the idea of punishing identity. The only thing that is required from you to die in Nigeria is to just identify you as an IPOB member. Identify you as an Igbo man. Then they can do anything and get away with it. You cannot force unity at gunpoint. You cannot arrest your way to peace. You cannot jail ideas forever. These are facts. Continue to deny it. The fact will continue to stare at you. Let me ask you watching right now, wherever you are watching us from, if Nigeria is truly united, why is truth treated as rebellion? If Nigeria is united, why is truth treated as rebellion? If Nigeria is just, why is justice selective? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I'll be reading them. So, my wonderful people of Biafra, wherever you're watching us from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Kabiam, don't give up. I know that the challenges are much. The obstacles are coming from right, left, and center. Anywhere you turn around, they are there. But are we going to run away because of that? No, we will not. We will continue to speak. We will continue to fight. We will continue to air our opinion. We will never give up. I urge every one of you, Biafra, wherever you are today, to stand up for what is right. Stand your ground. Hold your ground. Don't allow anybody to distract you. The future they fear is not chaos. The future they fear is choice. Choice to decide. Choice to question. Choice to leave system that no longer serves anyone. That is the future they fear. Empires collapse. When people stop believing in them, unbelief is sleeping. Nobody believes in Nigeria today. And nobody can boastfully say they are Nigerians. A country that is destroying its own. A country that the only thing it has for its citizen is violence. You can't even speak your own word. You cannot speak your own word. We will never give up. No matter the challenges, no matter the attack, we will never, ever give up. We will continue to fight this battle until victory is won. We heard that the United States troops are on the ground. It is a good thing they are on the ground, but that's not enough. That is not enough. You can never fight terrorists with terrorists and succeed. I just hope they don't make the same mistake they made in Afghanistan. Whatever they are doing without disintegration of Nigeria is just prolonging, postponing the doomsday. Anything you are doing in Nigeria without ending that contraption, you are just postponing the doomsday. It is good, they are on the ground. But by the time you leave, what happens? On the ground, working with the same terrorists to take out terrorists. We are going to hear the story. It's going to happen before us. The compromise will continue. The damage will continue. And before you know it, you'll be counting body bags. That is why we have always said that disintegration is only solution. You don't even need to bring your soldiers down. But since you have done, no problem. Let's watch and see what is going to happen in a few days to come. And wherever you are as a Biafran, I urge you to stand firm, never give up. Never give up. No matter what you hear, no matter what you see, never give up. We must continue until we get to our promised land. Every one of us in the diaspora, continue to reach out to your lawmakers. Continue to reach out to your representatives. Continue to mount pressure the way we have been doing. Don't stop. Don't think it's over. It is not over. Continue to mount pressure as much as you can. Do it more now than ever. Because in this battle, everybody is important. Everybody is important. And I'm going to play another video from Pastor El Buba for us to hear. the advice he has and the word he has. Because he has a message. One of the major messages that we have as Biafrans that we need to anchor on is unity. We need to focus on that unity of purpose and continue. Many people are calling for that unity of purpose. Unity of purpose as Biafrans, unity of purpose as Christians, unity of purpose as somebody who cares about humanity in that contraption called Nigeria. So it is not just about the Biafran people alone, it's about everybody. And I pray that we will pay attention and do what we are supposed to do when we are supposed to do it. Because if we don't do the right thing at the right time, every one of us is going to face the consequence. We will all face the consequence if we don't do what we are supposed to do. And before I play that video, we have to get a break a little bit. Then we come back and play that video.
Don't follow for God. Them say Tinubu don't follow for God. Tinubu don't follow for God. They want to take it, that's the top of our head. Senate House fall and the criminals, country military fall and the terrorists, injustice, Omoto shall forget law for inside court. Changaro Republic at the government. Abubakar Malami don't fall for God. Him and EFCC put leg for shit. Them say Sheikh Kukumi don't fall for God. Because Donald Trump don't come to Machamo. He go matching Boko boys, matching terrorists. As the government knows the way for kidnapping to stop. I make it don't fall for God. They make Nigerians see one die for suffer.
It's this afternoon or evening now. I think they should be evening. I want to appreciate and celebrate each one of you for your sacrifice and for you to be here this afternoon. I want to appreciate the organizer, Mr. Stephen, the Save Nigeria Group, and also Dr. Chris, who monitored everything and also informed me. I want to thank God for the respected leaders that are all here in this Hilton, Washington, D.C. And I'm speaking specifically to Nigerians, also in the diaspora. Nobody wins a war for their homeland from outside alone. Victory requires internal collaboration and one united voice abroad. I want to celebrate and appreciate the President of the United States of America for hearkening to the voice and the cry of the Nigerian people. And what you have done, just speaking on behalf of the persecuted, the killed, and the murdered communities, has done a lot that has not happened in over 20 years. And we commend the action of the United States and also all the people that have been able to pull their energies together. Genocide has been on for all these years, but right now I can testify that we're beginning to see the change in terms of the attitude and the behavior of the government of Nigeria and the terrorists. We are gathered here not because Nigeria is weak, but because Nigeria is bleeding. What began as persecution of Christian community has spilled over into also the killing of moderate Muslims, particularly the Hausas, and the destruction of entire civilization that has taken place. The perpetrators are very clear. They are the Fulani killer headsmen and the Aswa and the jihadist network that have pulled their strength and energy together to fight the church and go after anyone who calls upon the name of the Lord, especially in northern Nigeria. I have been part of the funeral of several thousands of Christians that have been massacred overnight. One of the places, Dogonahawa, where over 500 Christians were killed in one night. In one of the communities that I have rebuilt, is called Takwa in Plateau State. over 210 people were massacred and killed one night, not because of their skin color, not because of their cultural background, but because they are called by the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. And so the mission is to be able to wipe out Christians from northern Nigeria especially, and the Middle Belt. And the people had to pay a premium price, laying down their life in defense of their faith and their community. And this year's, the international community had turned blind eye to the suffering and the persecution of the Christians in Nigeria. The Nigerian government have connived together with the international community to make sure that the agenda of the Islamization of Nigeria and also the wiping away of the Christian community takes place. And
that is a major issue. The Islamization of Nigeria agenda is supported by the West. Don't mix it up. Just like Pastor Ekpa has said, the Islamization agenda of Nigeria is being planned by Nigerian federal governments. Everybody is aware of it. You cannot deny it. Some of the international community are part of it. Britain is in the front line on that Islamization agenda. Even they have gone ahead to announce it before time. And that is why today they don't want to speak about the genocide of Christians when they talk about it. In this Islamization agenda, there are some people that are Igbos that are part of it. There are Igbos that are part of it. Somebody like Uzodoma is part of it. Soludo is part of it. Today, you see Obi Kubana joining the Islamization agenda. Everybody that is sincere to himself know that the only program that APC have is to Islamize Nigeria. I just bumped into some videos where I am seeing some people that are supporting P2B are telling him to just give up. They are now realizing what we have seen, we have shouted like that. Voting can never help you, and P2B will never be the president of Nigeria. So many of his supporters today are telling him to just go and rest. That is all over. Finally, Nigeria now is a one-party system. In case you don't know, Nigeria now is operating a one-party system. And after Tinubu comes down, who do you think is going to be the president? Shetima is going to come up. Or you're going to see another hardcore Islamist. It is one-party system. And today, instead of fighting this evil, you see people gradually aligning with the Islamization agenda. Obi Kubana has aligned. Anambra State Governor have aligned. Imo State Governor is in the front line. Enugu State have aligned. So many people, so many prominent people in the Southeast has aligned with this agenda. They don't care about you. It is all about their personal interests, because they realize that the only thing that will give them the fame or grow their political career, make them be still or do what they want to do, is that acceptance of that civilization. They have accepted it. It is important you listen to this part of that speech that man made. The Islamization agenda is supported by Nigerian government and the West, partially. The only people that are not out to support it fully is the United States of America, because of Donald Trump, his belief, and his kind of person. And we thank God for this time. That is why I say this opportunity must not be wasted. Let us listen to Pastor Ekpa.
Of Nigeria, and also the wiping away of the Christian community takes place. And it is because of that the government have done everything in their strength and power to make sure that they silence some of us. I've gone through over 9 assassination attempts. I've been fired with several bullets. But the mercy and the grace of God has kept me. The Nigerian government under Buhari had sent for my arrest. The entire structure was besieged with the Nigerian forces. All the security men that was given to me by the past administration of Goodluck Jonathan were all withdrawn, but the military, the police, and the DSS. But then God in his sovereign power has preserved me and several others that are standing tall for the defense of the innocent and the people that today whose bodies are under the ground. We are the voice of the voiceless, and we will stand to lift up the banner of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. No diamond, no silver, and no gold can ever change this conviction until this genocide stops, and it must stop. There is no government patronage, and there's no amount of money pumped anywhere in the world that will ever change our stand, because money fades, fame fades, but truth stands forever. Lie is but for a moment, truth is forever. The thousands and tens of thousands of Christians that have been killed and massacred, there is no any other way to justify, and there's no any other way to speak and change the narrative and give it a different coloration. The truth is that based on the United Nations Charter and the definition of what genocide is all about, we have seen practically genocide in northern Nigeria and the displacement and destruction of church buildings. I have been involved in the rebuilding of several churches. As of today, as a person and a ministry, we have rebuilt over 100 churches. We have rebuilt houses to the displaced and destroyed communities, over 120 housing units. And so we are not retreating on this mission until the mission for a new Nigeria is born. And I believe, and we believe, that Donald Trump is now on the seat within this period to partner with Nigeria, because America needs Nigeria as one of the greatest allies to be able to fulfill its mission in terms of regulating certain truths on earth. So today, what Nigeria in the diaspora and all of you Nigerians in the diaspora must do practically, you must speak with one political voice. This unity is our enemy. Nigeria in the diaspora must coordinate advocacy, engage lawmakers consistently, stop fragmenting our message along ethnic or denominational lines.
This is the same thing we are speaking as Biafran people. This advice this man is giving to all the Christians and the one Nigerians, it is the same thing we have been saying to our people. So many of us in this journey of Biafra, we are fragmenting our message. The fragmentation of the message of Biafra, which is self-referendum, is so much by those who claim to be sympathizers, but they have a different project. We have fragmented this very message so much, to the extent that you will see your own brother speaking about freedom of Biafran people. The only thing you will do is to come to the comment section and attack him, simply because he is not saying what you want him to say. He is not praising an individual that you want him to praise. You come to the comment section, you attack him, you distract him, you attack his platform, you report to the platform, not because the person is not talking about freedom, not because the person is not fighting for freedom, but simply because the person is not promoting an individual that you yourself want him to promote. I am not here stopping you from praising anybody, being a praise singer. If you want to be a praise singer, it is an individual thing. That is what you want. Continue to do it. But those of us who have chosen not to be a praise singer, we are focused on reality. The people we have seen work, we pronounce them and call them out. We are focused on reality, pursuing the cause of Biafra. You wouldn't allow us to be. How long will you continue to fragment the message of freedom? For how long? Those of us who claim to be Biafra agitators, how long are we going to continue fragmenting our message? even when we have seen a great opportunity to harness every idea, harmonize every opinion that we have, and throw it out, pointing at one direction. You will not. All you do is to distract, demonize. That is what you do. How does that sound right? You spend the energy you will use to promote the cause of Biafra and expose the saboteurs and those holding us down. Expose the evil agenda, you leave those time and you exhaust that energy and time on your own brother, fighting the same cause that you're fighting, fragmenting the message, destroying a beautiful message that he or she has delivered. I must not speak like you, and you must not speak like me. You must not like me, I must not like you. It is not about personal likeness or what. We must not be on the same group. You and I must not be in the same group. Likewise, we must not have the same opinion. The same things are even in family, people don't agree on something. People have their opinion. One family, one blood, one parents, they still have their different opinions and ideas. They still have different way of approaching matters and issues. So why are you burning down the house? You burn down the house. You fragment the message simply because the person didn't deliver the message or insert the name you want to hear. Because I did not insert the name you want to hear. Why don't you allow those who are focused on Biafra to be focused? Choose your own niche. Choose what you want to do. But it must not be a distraction and attacking your own people. That way you feel is the best way to do it. Just open up your own platform and begin to do it. Why are you constituting these hands? Why the attack? Why the blackmail and propaganda? Against yourself, not against me. This is what we have been saying. The same advice. We say, go leave. Because everything that has to do with Christian genocide has all to do with Biafran genocide. It started from us. The genocide started from us and continued with us, and it's still going on with us. But nobody reports about the issue of Biafra because of our fragmented message. While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was busy sending messages, there were people who were fragmenting the message and demonizing the message, calling him tribal, even his own people, calling him a troublemaker. Some will come publicly and denounce and say they are not part of it. Mad people everywhere.
A message along ethnic or denominational lines. When these people came after the Christians, they never asked if you're a Catholic. They never asked if you're an Anglican.
Yes. When they come after us as Christians, as Biafrans, when the Janjaweed want to take us out, they will not ask you whether you are Igbo Biafra, whether you are Efik Biafra, whether you are Ijo Biafra, whether you are Biafra of IPOB, or Biafra of GCC, or Biafra of USB. They will not ask you which Biafra you are. They want to take you out immediately, as long as you have something to do with Biafra. They will not ask you which Biafra you belong to. So why is it that you are the one that is always asking that question? Why are you the one fragmenting yourself? Why are you the one fragmenting yourself? I want you to listen to this word that this Pastor Elbuba is speaking. Then put Biafra in any place you hear Christian. Any word he uses Christian, put Biafra there. I know he's a one Nigerian, and you don't blame him. He's a pastor living in Nigeria, doing all this in Nigeria. You don't expect him to begin to preach for anything apart from what he's doing. But I want you to borrow leave and put Biafra in anything that he's talking.
Catholic. They never ask if you're an Anglican. They never ask if you're a Protestant. They came after anyone that is called by the name of the Lord. As long as you cannot recite the Shahada, La ilaha illallah, Ashhadu Allah ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. If you cannot recite that, surely you become a victim. And so, the Christians cannot recite that because they are not Muslims. They are Christians. They can only call upon the name of the Lord. And because they are called by the name of the Lord, that is the reason why there is a gang up by both the political class from the north, Islamic network of Islamic jihadism, the network of all of these people to eliminate a people. But I want to say today that God is giving us victory. Amen. And the voice and the blood of our people that have been crying for over 20 years, the Lord is responding to them. Amen. And so, political relevance is not just noise. It's time that the Nigerian in diaspora pull their message together. It's not about Hausa, it's not about Igbo, it's not about Yoruba. It's about God's interest and the people of God in the nation of Nigeria. And at this point, I want to commend all Americans who have paid the premium price to stand on the side of truth. That even in the midst of manipulation, they still never gave in, but they stood their ground that this truth must be defended and that there is genocide in Nigeria and that the government of America must go after the terrorists and their sponsors. I commend these men and women. I call them the heroes of the faith, because it is not just about Christians in Nigeria. We are a global family. Amen. Coming from one Father. Amen. And one Lord and one Shepherd. Amen. Anything that touches one touches all. Yes. And together the kingdom of God is advancing. Amen. So I want to say thank you to the American people for voicing out and standing even when the international world turned blind eye to the reality of what is going on in Nigeria. Today,
that is it. We will continue to appreciate the United States of America, but they need to move a step further. They need to move a step further. They need to move a step further, and they need to move fast, because these people that we are dealing with are not stopping. They are not stopping. If you think they are going to chicken away, you got to think again, because they are ready to carry this operation till thy kingdom come. They have come a long way to get this far, and they can't give it up. If you think they will wake up one day and tell you that they are no longer interested, you are just deceiving yourself. You are deceiving yourself. And the earlier we stop deceiving ourselves, the better for all of us. Let us listen.
So just yesterday, another gruesome genocidal attack by Fulani terrorists took place in Benue Abande village in Turan in Kwande local government area of Benue State. The government in Nigeria cannot cease to amaze us, because these things happen every day, these genocidal killings. But they are rather concentrating their energies in image laundering. As we speak, there are a lot of government officials right here in Washington, D.C., starting from the First Lady of Nigeria to a lot of some state governors, some, senior government officials, moving from offices to offices, trying to denounce what's happening. But as they move from those offices, we're also going to the same offices and meeting the same people and letting know the truth of what's happening and revealing the pictures, the videos, the data of everything that's happening every day. Genocide is ongoing in Nigeria. And it's so unfortunate that maybe because we've come to sort of live with it, and so a lot of people thought that it is normal. It is not normal. Yes, they thought that it is normal. That's why, like, for instance, in Abande village right now in Kwande local government, more than 20 people were killed. But the governor of Benue State won't visit that place. The president won't visit. In nowhere in the world, no country in the world, will up to 20 people be killed that the president of the country won't visit the place. Not in America, not in Russia, not in the UK, not in China. That 20 people, 20 citizens will be killed You see, but it happened in my village, for instance, Yerota, and they didn't go there. The president didn't go, the governor didn't go until when the chief of army staff was coming, the chief of defense staff. Now it has happened in Abande village in Benue State, in Turan, that's in Kwande local government. More than 20 people were just killed in their own ancestral land on their market day. Just yesterday by Fulani terrorists. And we're behaving as if everything is normal. It's not normal. It's not normal. Terrorism is going on a genocidal scale. They are killing Christians on a genocidal scale. The biggest ever genocide recorded in this world in modern times. It's happening, unfortunately, in Nigeria, most especially in the Middle Belt. From Benue to Plateau to Taraba to Nasarawa to Niger, Kwara, you know. So we're not going to stop, and we must have solutions to this. And these guys brought up a certain strategy that when you talk about genocide, they begin to go against you. Like I've been reading in recent times where one so-called organization called the Sharia Council were like calling for the resignation of the chairman of the INEC because he wrote about genocide. There was genocide, and what you are doing is just a strategy. You know, which of course that's part of your lives. You like adopting strategies to deflect from the reality of what's happening. So genocide is happening daily in Nigeria, and it needs to stop. And I'll really call on the Tinubu government to bring to account the likes of, let's call the likes of Sultan of Sokoto, the likes of Erufai, the likes of that General Dambazao, the likes of Sheikh Gumi, an established enabler. The likes of Hamid Ali, when Hamid Ali was in charge of customs, and he seized, he custom recovered over thousands of automatic weapons.
This portion is very important, and I would like us to pay attention. This man he mentioned, former controller of custom. Former controller of custom during Muhammad Buhari seized ammunitions, automatic rifles, in the wharf. Nobody is asking questions. Where are those weapons that he seized in the wharf? He claimed that it was seized. And those weapons were brought in from Turkey. During the time of Muhammad Buhari, automatic weapon came in from Turkey. And the controller of custom came in and took it over and say it was seized. Where are those automatic weapons that were imported from Turkey? Because today we have seen a video of the arms they are using to fight Biafrans in Biafra land. The bombs they are using, they are made in Turkey. One of the videos that came out, the Liberation Army got it and they showed it online. Made in Turkey. During that man, Amid, whatever they call him, controller of custom, a Fulani, called Fulani man. And these are how they have infiltrated. They are in control of every angle. Any place you go, Fulani is in charge in Nigeria. And you think you can just wish them away. That is why when I see their collaboration with America, I can't just understand. I just hope that Donald Trump don't make that mistake, because these people, they will never change. They will never change. Let's hear Frank.
Custom recovered over thousands of automatic weapons.
I remember.
That were imported from Turkey. Where are those weapons? Who did they give these weapons to?
Fulani. They gave it to Fulani.
So the likes of Hamid Ali, all these Fulani guys, they need to answer to this.
Hamid Ali.
They're just killing innocent Christians, and we're saying that they will succeed. Because they've been killing, but they could say that for the years they've been killing, they've never really succeeded. Just imagine if we stand up and we begin to react. So they can't win. They can't. It's not possible. We are breeding a new generation of resistance army. They can't win. It's not going to be possible.
They cannot win, but we cannot just say it and go to bed and sleep. The only way they cannot win is when you break up Nigeria. If you don't break up Nigeria, they will win. My brother Frank, I appreciate your effort. They cannot defeat us. If the United States do the needful, allow people to go their separate ways. But as long as you continue to remain in Nigeria, it's just a question of time. They will win. And I say it, and I say it again. They will win if you continue to associate with Nigeria. That is why we must channel our energy on disintegration once and for all.
So let President Tinubu stand up and bring these guys to account. It's not all about coming and going all over Washington, D.C., going from offices to offices. Actions speak louder than words. Act. Act. People need to go back to their ancestral land and settle in peace. And then the sponsors of these terrorists need to be arrested and prosecuted. Let them account for their crimes. That is what we're saying. Let them account. So we need accountability and resettlement of our people back in their ancestral lands. Accountability. When this begin to happen, we will be the people spearheading the media team of the president to tell the world what the president is doing. You know? But for now, they are doing nothing rather than image laundering. So we can't continue like this as they move from offices to offices here in Washington and begin to launder their image or begin to want to twist and change the narrative. We will also go to those offices. We are here too. We've been going to those offices, meeting the same people with raw data, raw videos, raw pictures, evidence. You know? So, all this needs to stop. That's the truth. That's the least we're calling for. So it amazes me that the least of what we're calling is peace, resettlement. And people are still looking at it as a long thing, as a big thing. You know? But that's the truth of what's happening. We ain't gonna stop. We seriously won't stop. You know, until peace is achieved and our people are resettled and the sponsors of this genocide are apprehended and brought to book.
Thank you, Frank, for your speech. But just as I said, we need to do more. I thank Chukwu Okeke today. Many people who never believed in what we are saying before are believing. Even Frank himself has said it, that he never believed that one day he'll be asking for a separate nation. But today, it is happening. We have been telling P2B to withdraw from the election. We have been telling P2B, you cannot win. You will never be with President Nigeria. They will never allow you. They are just using you to legitimize their evil agenda. We say it over and over and over again. And people don't believe us. They think it is propaganda. Some think it's just a mere word. Today, more people are saying, people you cannot even believe. Many P2B followers today are telling him that it is over. Finally, it is concluded that Nigeria today have one-party system. Even the electronic transfer of results has not been supported by the Senate. They have thrown it to dustbin. So many of those people who are talking P2B, it is becoming very clear to them that nothing is going to work. That P2B will never ever be the president. I'm going to play some video where you see some of them confessing. But it is not enough to confess. It is not enough to confess. The earlier you join us and request for the breakup of Nigeria, the better. Because the Islamization of Nigeria is safe. Imagine when you have a one-party system today, a party that is core Islamic party, ABC, with Muslim tickets. Tell me, in this one-party system, after Tinubu, who is going to be your president for the next 8 years? Who will be your president after Tinubu? It is not enough to just say, oh, P2B, we have now. Every one of them should open their mouth now. Join us in this very struggle. I'm going to play some video. You see some of his followers. I've seen many of their videos. They have finally confirmed and concluded that it is over. it is over. But they are still deceiving themselves. The earlier they join us and let us harmonize all this effort and push it to end this thing once and for all, to your tent, O Israel. The earlier we do that, the better for every single one of us. If we don't, we will still be here.
Ali lost Nigeria. Very painful. My eyes have been red.
The person that is talking here is a hardcore P2B supporter. These are people that believe that they can turn Nigeria to another, Nigeria is possible. You will see them confessing.
Lost Nigeria. Very painful. My eyes have been red. I'm even having headache. So painful. 220 million people wasted. So sad. Electoral reform gone. Even what Jonathan started, all gone into the dustbin. Kai, no more beavers. Anything they tell you is the result. So Ekiti's governor might come back. Definitely Tinubu is coming back. Everything is gone. Just fighting is just stressing yourself at this junction. We lost the country. Even America will depend on, they're now fighting on the ground for us. Lobbyists, they don't give them waiting they want. They don't stay quiet.
Yeah.
Everything is gone.
They are coming the Americans somehow.
We are now back to one party state, one family to rule us forever. So sad, so sad, so sad, so sad, so sad. It's the saddest day of my life. Since the moment I woke up, I just feel, I didn't feel right. I felt awkward, sad. I knew something wasn't right. And today, Senate said all the billions that we spent on beavers is gone. They just give us results we want. And judiciary is already gone. You and I know it. No more judiciary. When you have the same high court giving judgment on PDP. Opposition is gone. ADC is dead on arrival. Peter Obi can never be president. Nobody can be president again unless they select you. It's a sad moment in our country. I lost the battle. It's so painful that my generation were unable to change this. It's sad. Our doctors are earning below $1 per hour for their labor. No hospital, no police station, no custom. Every sector is completely gone. It's so painful. It saddens my heart that 220 million are now committed to murder.
220 million.
Sad. It's painful. Very painful. Extremely. Even the bloggers are gone. Many of them don't take news anymore. They take their news. We lost it. We lost Nigeria. Nigeria is gone. It's gone for good right now. Nothing again. Probably will be stopping here, fighting for the country. Senate. Kai. Judiciary. Why? What have we done to all of you? Why did you decide to make the country like this? Sad moment in our country. Very sad. Very sad. Very sad. I don't know what to say again. They won. Anyway, enjoy your poverty life. I wish you guys well. Bye.
We have been talking about this issue. We have been speaking and telling them that Nigeria is irredeemable. P2B cannot change anything. Instead, he will make it worse. You cannot beat anything. You can't change it. The only thing you can change is the foundation. Destroy it and lay a new foundation. They don't believe us. These are hardcore followers of P2B who believe that they can make a change. Change can happen. After they have realized that it is impossible to remove power from APC. Nothing is going to change. It is even going to get worse. They are now advising P2B to come back home. Some of them are even telling him to just forget about this thing. And I will play one video again, one more video. I can see my brother Christian is there. Let me play this one more video before I give Christian the mic. Let's hear this one. Let's hear this one. We have been talking and talking. They said we are noisemakers. They don't know what they are talking about. They are the prophets. Let's hear him. Let's hear this one.
Oh, millionaires a lot on watch. Wakadnam, Monaket Malankatan Airport, and the girls of Monday, 1 December. And I tell you, we're going to go here. Kute, outside Batagoka.
This one is talking to P2B. This one is advising P2B. These are hardcore P2B members. He met P2B at the airport and all this. This one is advising P2B now. It ought to go clear. Also to go. This one is advising P2B. We have said it time and time again, but they don't take us serious because we are online. They call us an online country, online agitators. Listen to him. Listen to what he has to say.
Okutenam or millionaires a lot on watch. Wakadnam or Monaket Malankatan Airport, and the girls of Monday, 1 December. And I tell you, we're going to go here. Kute, outside Batagoka. If we're going to do it, we're going to digging the Fajalanta, so not back at the court ban. So if any more millionaires run, I will give my Putin Wagokan number 1 bo in the Gog Hadigano. Natabazia. Nataba. I will lay good other rat in the Pandia, a Bukoloti, if any banebe. Nuchenkem, Uchonia, Kajofe and Joe, Peter. That was the Bolivia.
You don't hear you.
Because he know enough, even when you're getting no, on why he was it girl. But Tabazia, Nata, Itra Iwago. I ain't telling now who go. I support to go if I got support to Mana Namon Yebu, Kana Namako, Dike. Ejegi Jankies, Garo Janki Boa, and Kiboa Sipalike. Because Nandia no Panenu, we Jankies, Ketafana Panenu, a particle of ma. So Putaba. Okay, for my whatever you more much to say. So I'm going to logo. Makayano go up the Marifi, a Canada, and when more on bed, my room. On an olive level, another Apolondia, Apostolic, no, if I want to met a female. And even I live in this city, to free I live in this city, who free fair can I on this city. This city
boys movement led by
Elihana. And even in this city, Rapun Nnamdi Kanu before election, more than Millie Geken on. Adama took a vote. Rokana only boys are not barley. Madam make no personally, just Rapuzania, on a Marifunume, on a Rapia, on a Tunaya London, on your bomb, who deserve with family, on Mataga for too much. In this city, Aposiana and Nandi. Because Okute, Peter Okute, Natarazia, Nayan go, I am go, I am Gikani, history, Gama, Nayama Gikani. Over Nigeria, Naded, Observe no matter. Kaifia, Tabugungi, oh, no, the code, a Bogota Canada, Nagabigano, in Hobella, you are Nababa. Okuchenkemo, Uchonia Dianjo, Mokame Quakita, Abam non on the city, Choba Alibam, Opano Mowem, but they talk my talk, Nazo, or talk.
Go say it, go. You're welcome, my brother Christian. Are you there, bro, Christian?
Yeah, Mazi truth, there.
Hello, my brother.
Yeah, network na enyebu nsogbu, but anyway, yeah. So, how do you feel now? So Like I said the other day, anytime but no a certain situation at the moment, but we know. So mfuka I got see video that man bo prophet Ebuka, I don't know how do you call, because no onye Fulani ka ọ bụ man.
El Buba. Yes.
Ebuba, onye Fulani, yeah. So the thing is, we are also at a point now where we have to be very watchful and very careful, because this whole thing, when you look at it, is a very, very tough task. It's not humanly near impossible with human being if you look at it from that angle, but we have to continue, and we continue to believe also that at the end, God will, He's doing already something we can see. All this for some days now have been so appreciative of God, and I've never been the one to just engage in a prolonged prayer situation, but I've done it in recent time because what is happening before our very eyes, I never would have believed that. I've always known, like I've said several from the get-go, that Trump was going to do something in Nigeria, because from his first term, he never shown that he's want to sit and watch while Christians get genocided. So I knew that was going to happen. But what I did not know, and given the fact that some of the congressmen in the United States were interviewed about boot on the ground, and they categorically denied it. So I personally did not think that United States needed or would have boot on the ground, because I always felt like they could just come in, do what they need to do, hit these terrorists here and there, and if that doesn't work, then let the various region have the independence and go on, because that is, at the end of the day, is the ultimate solution. But I was surprised a few days ago to wake up and see that they've come, even though it's not a large sums of people, a small batch as they describe it, but nonetheless they've come. They come already, and it's going to increase. The batch will increase. So frankly,
that was a very heartbreaking news when I saw it.
Yeah. So frankly, if you are a Biafran, if you're a Christian, and it doesn't matter which region you are from, and you believe in the logic of human existence and the simple and the rightful things, it should be not only praying to God, but putting Donald Trump in prayer, because it's unprecedented in the history of Nigeria. It's unimaginable that they could not single-handedly, because he had congressmen like Raleigh Moore, like Chris Smith, and so many others, just to mention a few, who have sworn that they will not sit idly by and allow this genocidal mania to continue. So I congratulate them. I thank them so much. And like I said, we all should be praying and thanking God and putting them in prayer, because nobody, against all odds, Obodo and Noah of Britain, they are so displeased about it. You can't even begin to imagine how angry and uncomfortable this whole thing is playing out. Because for them, it was all about just close your eyes away, just pretend as if it's not happening and let it continue. That is just their position. I can guarantee you, Yes. I know Bodo and Noah. Their game plan was to just play down, just cover it up wherever they can on the international globe, while they continue to push this agenda. And which, of course, I always say that the former Prime Minister, David Cameron, pronounced that he declared Nigeria to be an Islamic country. So you see, but the thing is that, like I also said, that we have to be careful, because so many people, and they're so entrenched in their ambition to conquer Nigeria. They will go to any length, even though the whole plan is somehow falling apart like a pack of cards. So, but when that Ebuka, that prophet, I had him said what he said, that we must all come together, and that to do this with Nigeria, blah blah, that it's not about Yoruba or Igbo or Hausa no, it's about every one of us. It's about Yoruba, it's about Igbo, it's about Hausa, because you know why? We're not supposed to be forced into this entity. It's just not supposed to be. That is sickening. It is abnormality in every sense of it. And you have to be, except you are evil, you have to be able to accept that it's normal. It's not normal. And what makes it worse, even the more worse, is the fact that we have a serious issue on our hands as a result of this dangerous diversity, according to our peer and Simon Ekpa. A serious situation in our hand. Imagine if America did not come around. Imagine if God did not bring Trump. What happens? With the way the global system is, they just march on and do it every. So it's about every. So the notion that no, I don't have any hatred or towards them or Yoruba or whatever. No, far from it. But my bitterness is that why on earth will we allow and continue to allow this to happen? People that have absolutely no business, absolute no commonality. Why do you have to be in one country when you don't see eye to eye? Nothing. All you see is bitterness and hatred and division, and you know what I mean? How does that work? This is so simple. You don't need to be whatever to understand that is abnormality. This group of regions, almost like maybe 50, 60, or even 70 million apiece. When you look at the north or the Biafra or Arewa or even Middle Belt or whoever it is, so they are enough, huge enough to form their own nation and run their affairs the way they deem fit. Why is that so hard to understand? For the sake of peace, what do people want? Chaos, constantly and continuous retrogression with no. I don't get it. So what he's saying, I don't know the group of people he was addressing. Probably was in the United States. I don't know where it is, but I don't quite. He spoke well, quite all right, but I don't agree on that aspect that everybody should be speaking in one. But that is Nigeria, because he's a one Nigerianist. I disagree. Anybody who is a one Nigerianist, I disagree with you vehemently, and this is why P2B. Well, we've always said it that so many of them. They've been hoping on hope, and their bubble is busting now, and it's going to bust even further because it's just unworkable. This one Nigeria they are pushing. None of them, not even one of them, can come out, and even with America coming, bro, people have to be realistic. Even with America having boot on the ground, it's still not going to work.
It's not going to make any difference. It's not going to make any difference. Before you know it now, you begin to see the death of American soldiers.
People continue to live in delusion. This is what I for the life of me, I just cannot understand. I've said this several times. No any form of scientific or experimentation, nothing whatsoever, has been able to make night and day to cohabit. It's impossible. You just like water and oil. They always find their separate ways. So that is what Nigeria is. And those that formed it, created it, they knew it from the beginning that they've created a monstrous entity that is going to destroy human. What? Nigeria. So think about this now. They come now, the troops are here. Okay. You're going to see moving forward, slowly and surely, how things are going to pan out. They will begin to find a way to take out American soldiers too. They will do that because they are very daring. These guys are daring. And for them, it doesn't even mean shit. If they buy, they don't mean nothing to them. I can guarantee you. So when that happens, it's going to be escalation. And at the end, they will always be there. Because you can never take out all the people all the time or one time. You can never do that. So, but I know that, okay, a guy was saying yesterday when we were in one program that is the beginning, that eventually that will lead to, you know what I mean? Okay, if that is the case, but the thing is, why wait and why go this like looking for, like, how can I say it now? What you know what it is, you know where it is, what you can do. You are perambulating around all over the place before you come to the button. When you have the destination right there in front of you, You see, because ultimately we know that is what's going to end up in eventually. It's not even a prediction or prophetic, whatever. No, Nigeria has to disintegrate because it's not one, never will, and never ever will. But I'm simply against, or I try to debunk, or to denounce people when they come and they say Nigerians should come together, and it shouldn't be about Igbo or Yoruba or Hausa, that we should have one. No, that don't work. It simply never work and never will. From the first time that it was created, we read how it all went down. It has never been anything one. With Azikiwe, with Awolowo, with Ahmadu Bello and the rest of it. It has never been one. More than 100 years after, it's still the same. It's gotten worse, in fact. So this is my point, that we have to be mindful. They can come and speak whatever, if you are whatever, and you believe there's a Christian genocide, which is a fact, but it's not enough. The what everybody is supposed to be saying, which is easy to understand, is that each region should go their separate ways and let peace reign, for Christ's sake. Just peace. Why do people delight in all this unnecessary genocide here and there? I don't know why. Let Oduduwa have their country. Biafra there, Arewa there, Middle Belt, they can form, everybody can form their own. And simple. We've seen that happen in the past, in different regions of this world. We saw it in Yugoslavia, and recently in USSR, it was disintegrated. Many of them, Russia, Ukraine, Serbia, Chechen, they're all disintegrated. We saw it in India. It has happened. So that is the solution. I don't know what they see in this, their one Nigeria. That is one question I begin to ask. These people, one Nigeria, what does that mean? We don't have, culture is different. Language is different. Religion is different. Mindset, everything is different. So what is that? This one they drag over here, the other one they drag over the other side. How is it going to work? Okay, so if you are here now, you're going after the terrorists. We've seen it happen time and time in Afghanistan. You can never, at the end, you know what I mean? It didn't work in Afghanistan. It didn't. It didn't work in Iraq.
That is why I was disappointed to see their boot on the ground, because Afghanistan should have taught them a lesson.
It didn't work.
Even if you bring the entire military of US to
it
Nigeria,
doesn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work in Afghanistan. It didn't work in Iraq. It will not work anywhere. What you have to do is, if you ask me, my honest opinion,
the people can defend themselves. The people can defend themselves. Give them the power to defend themselves. Simple.
I will even accept that if America should have a base like in the Middle Belt, because it's a massive land in that Middle Belt region, they should have a military base. I support that 100%, because the people need protection from this Janjaweed. So with the presence of the US base in the Middle Belt, that will deter them so much so it will be easier to hit them and kind of, become a deterrent. Right. So, but ultimately, the solution is people have their destiny and create.
Who will give them a base in Middle Belt? Is it not your Nigerian government?
No, as it is going now, as it is and as it's going, Nigeria doesn't have sovereignty. This sovereignty they talk about is bullcrap. It's just paper sovereignty, because you can't be talking about sovereignty when you don't. For one, you can't even protect your people. The people, you can't protect them. When certain regions, like in the north, most of those regions are occupied by the Islamic terrorists. They run the show there. The government don't have any authority in those. So where's the sovereignty you are talking about? You think that even the American coming, I don't know if you are aware that they are saying, the Nigerian government, they are saying that, they know that the Americans are here, but that they don't know, they don't have details, they don't know what and how they tend to go about it. So is that sovereignty? That is not sovereignty. Nigeria has lost its sovereignty long ago. People are just lying to themselves. This is what happened. When you have hundreds of thousands of your citizens being massacred in your country and they're driven to IDP camp for decades, you cannot do anything about it. You cannot drive away those who have, invaded their place and rehabilitate them, bring them back to their place. You cannot do it. And they continue on daily basis. The terrorists are massacring people and you can do nothing about it. Why is the sovereignty? They've lost that sovereignty a long time ago. When the United States came under that Christmas bombardment, they came on their own. They can lie all they want, but we know they came on their own. They came to do what they have to do. And if that is not believable, if that is not good enough for you if that is enough to convince you, the government just said now that they are here, but they don't know, they don't have details. You know what I mean, Brachus?
Yeah.
Musa said it. There's another guy from the National Security who said that they don't have detail of the operational whatever. So how is that sovereignty? The United States they already have the mandate to do what they are doing now. I am telling you, because there's a section on UN Charter that permits them to do what they are doing now. People don't know. So in terms of sovereignty, they've lost it. When you cannot do what you're supposed to do, when you cannot protect your people, when you cannot defend them against foreign terrorism, you've lost. You don't have when those terrorism are in charge, running part of your country, you don't have sovereignty again. We saw again where that young man, Alex, that US guy, was daring them right in front of them, telling Tinubu and his government that we have rebuilt. They are still on it, not complete, but they built 30-something houses to rehabilitate the people whom in their own place was driven out. And you couldn't do nothing. We've rebuilt it. And if you sit and watch and allow these terrorists, these Islamic Fulani terrorists, to come and again destroy what we built, you better be rest assured that you will be held responsible, because American government, they know that I'm here. Did you see the video?
Yeah.
Well, that was a challenge of the highest order. You can say defilement. It completely defy. So when you look at this, these are a bunch of. I lack word to describe them. A young man telling them in their country. Some say you cannot talk to Nigeria. Well, he did. What are you going to do? Go send your terrorists to go and go after him and see what's going to happen to you. Or go, better still, I think you say you are a tough guy. Go and destroy those houses they built again and see what is going to happen. They dare not. So that's the thing, my brother. But nonetheless, I'm grateful that they are here, because it makes a whole lot of difference that they are on the ground, and but I know that it will eventually lead to one thing, and that is the thing that is going to happen. So my point is that somebody like that reverend or pastor who was saying that I just simply don't agree to that. I don't believe in that at all, because Yoruba should have their own nation, the North should have theirs, Middle Belt can have theirs, Biafra can have theirs. That is where I stand. Because anything other than that is a waste of time. You just waste people's time, waste human life, waste capital and everything, and at the end, you're not going to yield nothing. How do you go, my brother?
Yeah, on that Pastor El Buba, you know what we do here? We always extract the information we need and we throw away whatever that doesn't align with us. And you know,
exactly.
most of them in that Nigeria that are operating under Nigeria, most of them cannot say what we say. They will always, after saying all, said and done, they will still come back and they pray for Nigeria. So being their own line of this, whatever they do, we can understand that. But when it comes to those of us who are sick, who know the solution, there is nothing else to apply in Nigeria apart from this integration. Nothing else.
Simple.
There is nothing to add. There's nothing you can do. All these things that United States is doing now is just a delay for protocol's sake. They will let them not say what they would do. Why didn't you do this first? Why did you do that first? Why did you do that first? They want to follow all the procedures. But at the end of the day, these people will never budge. Look at what is happening in their politics now. You saw the videos I played. All the people now who thought that Peter Obi will be their president, and they are now beginning to realize that it's impossible.
And they are turning against him now.
They are turning against him. You know, we have been saying it. That it's impossible. But when we say it, someone else say, I know it's possible. Go and vote. Take your get your voters card and vote. Don't mind these people. They are declaring you for voting. Now it's very clear.
Even Dele Farotimi, all of them, they are now realizing it. Turning against Peter Obi. Yeah.
Look at the new movement they formed with Obi Kubana, the city boss.
Yeah.
You can imagine that people have lost conscience. All these people now consciously are becoming part of the Islamization.
Yeah. You see that guy.
Everybody that supports APC, if you support APC, you are part of the Islamization. Either knowingly or unknowingly. Because that is the only agenda APC has, nothing else.
You see that guy Obi Kubana, he has to be careful. He really does have to be careful because you see, I think some of them, they probably believe that Biafra is unachievable, unrealistic.
That is what they believe. That is what they believe. They don't care, but they don't want to hear it.
But the thing is, we know on whose side they are, and these are some of the people who they are against Nnamdi Kanu probably wants him to rot in that place, you know. But it's good that when we point these things out, because you just never know when things changes, and it can just change just like that. Sometimes things can just change so quickly before you know it. And the things that the likes of Obi Kubana and Kubana chief priest and so many others, the things they are doing, you know, then it will become a day of reckoning. Then the day of reckoning comes, because for him to be doing that, which he's doing with Tinubu's son, who has absolutely no political appointment, just because they said he's the son of a criminal drug baron, he comes and tries to defy everything that is known to man, telling him that I saw a clip of it. No, I didn't see much of it, but that and they were all, you know, singing on your. I just look at how do you describe people like this with all their millions or billions, or they are not even worth even a cockroach, you know? A guy who Tinubu, we saw the disgrace. All if you want to say demarcation, a guy that cannot stand on his 2 feet on the ground is you are standing on his mandate. Somebody who is incoherent. We know that. You cannot tell me that a man who can stand on his field, an old Sinai guy, is the one calling this shot. No, he's being used. There are people who are operating this whole thing. They say Tinubu, no. If Tinubu is the person we've been seeing all this while, right? And the Turkish president is holding him to make him stand still, shaking like and he's the one. You are telling me somebody in that frame of mind, that health situation, is be the one doing all this is simply not true. There are people who are just, well, again, we've seen it in the past. During Yaradua, we saw it. People were operating on his name, doing all sort of thing while the guy was completely sedated and gone. During Buhari, the same. And it's happening again now with Tinubu, you know, and all these Obi Kubana, because their God is money. That's all what they believe in. Nothing more, nothing less, just money. However it comes, even if it means wiping away your people. So these guys, they just, yeah. But again, like I said, we have to be keeping note of all these things, because so that you don't tomorrow you say, oh, they are against me. Oh, they are jealous of my success. Oh, my business is being shut down, or they are taxing him or excessively, blah blah blah. Well, a day of reckoning, because you've done enough damage. These guys have done more than enough damage. The P2Bs of this world, they've done more than enough damage. How do you go, my brother?
It is so painful. It is so painful what is happening. Let's hear from Coach Chooks. Coach Chooks, are you there?
Mazi Chooks, I have to leave now. I will catch up with you again, okay? Thank you so much. God bless.
Okay, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Are you there, Coach Chooks?
Good morning. Yes, good morning, Mazi. Am I coming out?
You're welcome.
Good morning, Mazi, and good morning, Biafra, all over the world. And good morning, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our Prime Minister. Good morning from my side. And good morning, Dr. Ngozi, and every genuine Biafrans all over the world. Everyone that is standing on the stage for this cause of freedom. Good morning.
We cannot hear you.
Okay. Are you hearing me now?
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. Anybody that is still clamoring for one Nigeria, and anybody that is still supporting this evil that is happening in Nigeria now, most especially those people that they are debunking that is nothing like Christian genocide in Nigeria today. Some of those people, it's just like all this thing that is happening now, it haven't affected any of their family members. Because if you check all these people now, almost all their family members, they are on the outside, or they are in one of the cities in Nigeria here. Because every one of us still remember the news that is still flying out. There is no any day that you wake up from Nigeria that you are not going to hear killing, here or here. Just yesterday, let me just say within this week, they have attacked 2 communities in Kwara State. And this community that we are talking about now is not one person, it's not 2. They buy over 200 and something lives. Even their military itself, they are even the ones saying it with their own mouth. Saying it with their own mouth. Because these things that are talking about now, some of them are still going over Washington, D.C., debunking that nothing like Christian genocide in Nigeria. And even their newspaper even carry it myself. This one I'm talking about now, even BBC carry this news that I'm talking about now. And they are still defending it. It's high time, every one of them. It's high time. Not sure I've been saying this since. Nigeria youth, we don't know whether they are even getting the password of every Nigeria youth at all. Every Nigeria youth, their password is in the hand of all these evil politicians. Because the one that is even think that he wants to take the bull by the horn, they'll just call him behind. Give him 1 or 2 things, he'll just go inside. The one that called himself a big Kubana, not the one that is even going about now, that are appointed as new, what they even call it myself. Road Boys movement, or what they even give him myself.
City boy.
City boy movement. Obi Kubana have created City boy movement with the boy that even know, if I'm not mistaken myself, here with Shea Tinubu is not made. If you know him, and you are there singing on your mandate we shall stand. That on your mandate we shall stand now. You not even get mouth, you didn't talk. Why? Just last year, then the Mauritian hotel for Abuja. Because of all those things, first of all, look for your weakening point first and use that place and hold you as ransom. Kubana chief priest, see there the Gavant himself. That is a APC member. That did not have anything to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi, let me stop here for now. Let me do 1 or 2 things first. Thank you.
Okay. So, my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, you must not allow anybody to bully you. We must continue to focus. It is becoming very clear. Everything we have been saying, everything we have been discussing is becoming very, very clear to every single one of them. So all this while that we've been saying that Nigeria is irredeemable, people call us noisemaker. They say we don't know what we are talking. They say they don't believe in what we are saying. Finally, every one of them is coming on board. And what is happening today is exposing everyone that is sabotaging the freedom of the people. They are being exposed. Both the ones that are being involved in their City Boy campaign and everybody. We are keeping record. We are keeping record. At this point in time, that Biafra is almost close. Yet, you can see that there are people that don't even believe that Biafra is possible. They don't believe. It is a shame. The Igbo people that don't even believe that Biafra is possible. That is a very big shame. At this point in time, that somebody will still be talking about irrelevant issues. That somebody will still be discussing and talking about things that are meaningless, standing against your own. It is so shameful. It is so shameful that people do no longer have dignity. They don't have respect for themselves. They don't have, it's just about money, about fame. You just want to be famous. It's about money. You don't even care. Even when what you are doing is against humanity. When what you are doing is against humanity, you don't care. It is so sad. What Obi Kubana is doing today that we are seeing is a very, very shameful and sad thing. Very shameful. That even those of us who are here watching him, look at him as very shameful. Very shameful. Look at the people who are supporting P2B, they are all walking away. Just like we have said, that politics or whatever they call election can never ever change the situation. And when we say it, they say, oh, you don't know what you are saying. Today, it is becoming much more clearer. Now, you now have one-party system in Nigeria. One-party system is what you have in Nigeria. Only APC will contest. Only APC will win. And the APC we are talking about is an Islamic party. There is no two ways about it. In a secular state, if it were to be a mixed party, it's a different thing, but this one is in a secular state. Then you have a single party, an Islamic party, taking charge of everything. And people don't see anything wrong in it. This is something Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have cried about. This is something Mazi Simon Ekpa saw coming and he began to shout. This is something we have been speaking about every blessed day. And they call us talkative. They call us miscreant. Today it is becoming very clear. Even though the certain people, you see them, I play their video, they say they are tired. They now believe that nothing is going to change. They now believe that nothing is going to change in this era. They have taken over everything. But all this while, when we're telling you, you didn't listen. You are shouting and shouting and shouting and making noise. Go and get your PVC. Go and get your PVC. And when we have said it time and time again, that the people that decide who rules Nigeria is either the INEC or the court. The INEC and the court decide who rules. And you can't run away from it. And that is the situation. Today, it is becoming very clear. But as for us who have known for a long time, we are prepared. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu laid a foundation. Mazi Simon Ekpa pushed to declaration, and declaration was made. Today, we are standing on that declaration, and that's what we are looking for, the recognition. And we must harmonize our message. Every one of us harmonize our message, continue to demand for recognition. Biafran state must be recognized. The United States of Biafra must be recognized. We don't want a divided Biafra, a united one. Whichever group where you are, whether you are in Liberation Army, whether you are in CRC, whether you are USB, whichever one you are, at the end of the day, we will be the United States of Biafra. That is what we are. So when you are speaking, challenge and talk about the United States. A place, we don't want a divided state. We want a United States. Every one of us, the only thing we want is self-determination That is the point. That is the cocoa of every group, thousands of them, both IPOB as an organization. The cocoa is what? Self-determination. That is our direction. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our anchor. In Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that is where everybody is anchoring. So we will continue to push that message. If you don't know what to speak, promote the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Self-determination. Simple. If you don't know anything, just don't attack anybody. Just promote that message. Call for his release. Create awareness. Expose this Zoological Republic. There is no more time. We must rise up and do what we have to do, and we must do it now. Let us go to the news and see what we have on the news in that Zoological Republic. This one says, empower beneficiaries, storm NA finance ministry in Abuja, protest 9 months unpaid stipend. 9 months unpaid stipend, empower. Look at them. All of them are Fulani people. They didn't gain the empower of APC. They are protesting after they use it to deceive people. Now, for 9 months, they are not getting the stipend. Look at them. Look at them. Terrorist party with lies and propaganda. This one says, Ohaneze Southeast Commission seeks $10 billion infrastructures injection by Tinubu government. Nonsense. Their own is about money. Ohaneze it's just about money. These people have lost their conscience. Every time you see Ohaneze make comment, it's just about money. Even when the Igbo coup was being exposed, that is not the Igbo coup. The only thing the organizer was to do was to come and ask for money. They demand for money. Give us this money. Every time it is about money. Every time, money. You don't even care about your dignity. At least have dignity a little bit. Do you think everything is about money? We are not talking about what their infrastructure.
These people that we are talking about now, they doesn't even care of anybody life at all. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in Sokoto. More than 7 to 3 months now. They did not say anything about it. Just that first statement. Make you not be like say they not talk at all. They just mentioned that thing. They just wait him back. If say these people that are talking about now, those Ohaneze Ndibo, Ohaneze Ndamando Tieu, if say they are truthful, it's just statement that I will make myself. The whole world will hear it. This one that Soludo is doing in Anambra State now, have they said anything about it? Because all of them, they want caucus. All of them, they for one group. That is why all of them, they didn't say anything about it at all. But very soon, that's not going to get no one able to read them. Very soon, they're going to hear it from their body. Everything about money. That is the reason why all these Janjaweed was saying that they should use Igbo to fight against Igbo. If they know that Igbo people like money like this, they will not even go to any war with Biafrans. They still continue to repeat that the same word. Person have come out openly. Say if they know that Igbo people like money, Biafran like money, they will not even go anything concerning war with them. They're supposed to even protect that image. Since they call themselves Ohaneze and Igbo, they're supposed to protect that image. But they will continue to mention that money. I'll go on that blood.
Is it on that blood?
I'll go on that blood myself. If we see this way, we'll marry. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be the go Kuti. Ohaneze Igbo, aka had near Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today.
Of course, now.
Aka had near Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Simon Ekpa Bidoko saying, how we pick up the Quebon. You can follow away, or not Bianco, no, because not Bianca and Gonco as us. The quote they push your kind of social, or this way they push yourself. Oh, no, young man, right, young. That idiot who quite a which you quiet. Because he have shared only go birthright, yeah. She have shared her birthright. We just crop on them being ego granite. What your husband is fighting for. Nubidoga and Nubidoga. For you to come and take the legacy of your husband, in order and come in order and cause you with the Janja with. That's the same people. Nkpoluji terrorists. You know so Jakwaje meet her back. All these people they don't even get conscience at all. They don't get conscience. Just like the blood of innocent and in Nigeria every day by day. Continue, Mazi, please.
Thank you, my brother. It is so painful when each time I hear their statement, they can never say anything positive. They don't care about their people, just their own selfish interest. We have to steal. That's what they care about. Zambia arrests notorious Tanzanian drug kingpin with over 1.3 tons of cannabis. Zambia, Africa. That's our home. 86-year-old artist rejects pressure to apologize to ex-Ekiti First Lady, BC Fayemi. That's oppression. Oppression Nigeria, that's what they are known for, to oppress the poor. Once they have a post, they can oppress you and push you to any angle they want. Enugu government budgets 115 billion naira for office furniture, 3 billion for aircraft, only 679 million for drugs. Imagine. These people. Hey, God have mercy. God have mercy. Court halts admission of crucial documents in ex-Kogi Governors Yahya Bello's 80.2 billion fraud trial. Can you imagine? Criminality is institutionalized in Nigeria.
Yahya Bello, every day by day, money with Yahya Bello. Every day by day. No any day we go where person go wake up, we no go hear over billions of naira with Yahya Bello.
Billions.
It's supposed to be in jail today.
Because he did APC.
The normal to the case in Nigeria here.
See the money where they call. And they go borrow, country where they borrow, they don't get money. Somebody who 80.2 billion. 80.2 billion. Money where we say his great grandchildren don't go feed. Even if they are not working, just be eating. They can't finish it. Oh, God have mercy. May God destroy that country called Nigeria. Saudi Arabia to issue passport for millions of camels to improve head management. They won't give passport to camel. How dare you? At least on our own better self when they give them passport. Where they know where they know they be citizen. We were wasting lots of money operating Nigerian refineries, says NNPCL CEO. Mad people. We know now. We know now very well. You wanted to say something, Coaches? I pay far more for electricity in Abuja than in London, where I get 24 hours power supply. Of course, that is Nigeria for you. Not be say go come. Nigeria where they give estimated bill. You will get, they will give you light only 3 times in a month. After the end of the month, they will bring a huge bill for you to pay. Some people don't even have light, but the bill is still they come for Nigeria. You don't even have the light, but you have bill. Look at it. I pay far more for electricity in Abuja than in London, where I get 24 hours power supply. That's it. Fraud everywhere. Very evil system. Dozens killed. Emir of Woro missing as terrorists massacre ruler's wife and children. Imagine.
That is the massacre that I'm telling you about. About 200 and something people gone there. About 200 and something. Even up to now, they are still covering dead bodies. Up to now.
Imagine. Wiped out. Just imagine. This one, they take the emir's wife and children, massacre them. They don't care. They don't care. And they say this one a sovereign state. Sovereign state, a place where human beings live. When they mention human life, death, it will be like saying an ordinary story. They will be writing about death as if it is ordinary, as if it's a foul.
They did check the emir wife. They slaughtered them. They slaughtered the 2 sons and the wife. They slaughtered 2 of them.
Just imagine.
And the husband managed to escape. This particular
the emir is still missing now. The emir is missing. They never say maybe they don't fire.
No, the emir is alive. The emir is alive.
Okay. Just imagine. And a country with this one, where they say they get rule of law, they're sovereign. Mad people. Within this idiot they talk. Igbo youths arbitrarily arrested over alleged terrorism while northern terror sponsors walk free. Go sit down. You are part of them. Nonsense. Make we clap for you say they talk rubbish. You are part of them. Senator Osita Ngu under fire for fraudulent retaining minority whip seats. Now them now everything about Nigeria is not fraud. A country where we say the president are fraud, the senate president are fraud, governors are fraud. So what do you expect? Ex-US First Lady Jill Biden's former husband charged with first-degree murder over wife's death. So, Nigeria's SGF accumulates office spent 103 million on office furniture, 26.2 million on basement repair in 2025 record shows. Hi, Chideke very much. May God end this contraption called Nigeria. French defense attaché meets Nigerian army chief in Abuja to discuss insecurity. Imagine. Nigeria is just a confused country. Nigeria is becoming much more a battleground. I don't know. They here, they go talking. What did they go do for talking? Security. Turkey said they own Islamic interest. Now French, US soldier still on the ground there. What are all these people doing? Upon all this presence of discussion, whatever, insecurity, they higher than anywhere. The death is still going on.
Everybody wants to enter Nigeria. All of them from A to Z. Turkey,
so why wouldn't they understand that that country is not supposed to be one? It's not supposed, because the interest is not one. We don't have one single interest. Yoruba interest is different. The Biafran interest is different. The Northern interest is different. The Middle Belt interest is different. Divide the country so that they can, each group will choose where they want to be. Each group will choose. Like we, the Biafrans, we can have an alliance with US and Israel. The North want to have an alliance with Turkey. The Oduduwa people from the way Trudeau is behaving, he want to have alliance with France. So why are you jamming all these people up in one place and achieve nothing? Insecurity still they go ahead like no man business. But look at every day you go here, Turkey and Nigeria holding security meeting, Turkey and US holding security meeting, Turkey and France holding security. I can't understand the kind of confusion in Nigeria. Only Chukwu Okeke will destroy this country for us as quick as possible.
Mazi, there is something that you talk about now. If you look at it now, the North want to have alliance with Turkey.
Yes.
Why Oduduwa want to have alliance with the French?
With the French?
Why the Biafrans want to have alliance with US and Israel?
Yes.
Everything is there. This is the time for every one of them supposed to know that this country is ready to divide.
Yes.
We should divide this country, make everybody go on its own. Make everybody have alliance with the person we want to have alliance with.
Simple.
Because every day by day, no any blessed day that you wake up, you are not going to hear any bad news. Every day by day, you must hear clean. You must hear, say the Ekpa so people here, say the Ekpa so people here. The one that you bring out before, the one that happened in Kwara State, in Woro, under, I think that should be under Kayama local government.
Kwara State.
All under, yes. Kwara State, which is under Kayama local government. This thing happened under Kayama local government. The one that happened there. This massacre that we are talking about is not even one, not two. Over 200 and people. My God. It's hard time that
everybody. So this operation will go for hours, so police no go come, army no go come.
Waiting the police or the army. Then go don't even finish the operation myself before you even see all these military people going there. That's how they normally to do. This particular one now, when it's happening, this thing happens. This thing started around 2. Around 2 in the afternoon, and this operation go on from that to more than 3 hours. They did not hear any information. Even the military people, even the military personnel that wanted to go for a rescue mission, they're on the ground. For them to hear any order, they did not hear any order until those people finish their operation before they give them order going there.
Just imagine.
And the massacre, no be even 1, no be 2. The thing that even make them slaughter the mere children myself and including his wife. That is to tell you that this thing no be here again. It's high time these people supposed to do the needful. US, this is the time for you people to do the needful.
They better do this one. I can't understand what they are waiting for. I can't understand.
It's not until they rascal everybody before we know they will do the needful. Something they're supposed to do. Everything is getting worked every day by day.
This is heartbreaking. It's really bad. I don't know what they're waiting for. Judge sentences Ryan Youth to life plus 7 years for attempted assassination of Donald Trump. Judge sentences Ryan Root to life imprisonment plus 7 years for attempting to assassination of Donald Trump. Now that idiot we won't kill at that time. Make he go stay there, and I ain't good for him. Nonsense. Adamawa Court arraigned 2 for booing governor Finitri at political gathering, imposes stringent bail condition. You just imagine. Because you boo governor. And I ain't the arrest person, I ain't the jail person, because you boo governor. Wait for Western world, but they slap governor, they threw him something for head if he misbehave. This was just because somebody boo, now you they carry and go court. Nonsense. Hundreds of mourners attend funeral for 20 youth massacred by bandits in Katsina community. Imagine. Everywhere, death. Nigerian news is just about death only. Only death news is what you hear in Nigeria. Death. Over 26,000 Nigerian police inspectors promoted to ASP in major nationwide exercise. Promotion without work. Mad people everywhere. Alleged cyber stalking of Tinubu, Abuja court gives Sowore more time to question DSS witness. Mad people everywhere. Rubbish. And then they carry go court. The actual thing where they go settle for court, they go settle down. Nigerian Senate rejects bill to make electronic transmission of election result mandatory. You see, it's just a clear time to tell you that the Tinubu has won election again.
This is the time for Okutendi Igbo. This is Natawa kwa. Eba na goes adoro Natawa.
You see the video I play here because see the video. Yes. You know see the video I play where somebody that advice and make it come back home.
This one a cleared advice so Okutendi Igbo. Natawa's adoro naga because that's ADC Arino. I be AD Dingo Bona as I do say ADS because no ADC. Nonsense party everywhere.
ADC, and that ADC they take time down completely, take time. You know, you can't do anything. Mad people everywhere. You don't declare for their eye now. Peter Obi go be president. President by food. And I watch it or not, I don't know if
agwa nche ọbụna nche mgbe a ga-egbupụ isi esori narị.
Yes, now.
Okwute ndị Igbo na ụzọ adụrụ ebe ahụ. Because even primary elections said they no go give you that ticket. They no go give you. Because that ADC monster bụ no ebe or L5 bụ abịa there.
Now in was pass. One person they go there again. All those criminal and then they full. I think I'll back at the
Kati Kubunga have to go.
I think you will say na yoga. I was on my man. Ejimako calls terrorism charges against Malami nemesis for role in Kanu's conviction. Of course, na nemesis now. Na nemesis. So I know there well. IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu appeal life sentence 6 reversal of terrorism conviction. Okay, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appeal here complete yesterday.
Yes, I have thought I see the news before.
Okay, we've been waiting for it because the Okunaya complete here this week. Okunaya completed the appeal, so he has completed the appeal. So we'll be waiting for the appeal date to be fixed, and we'll come on the appeal. Although we already know that nothing good is going to come out of them. Nothing good will come out of them. So our hope is just the international intervention by grace of Chukwu Guardian to come. Showore blast DSS over dumb Twitter handle case. Call cyber stalking trial most important political trial of 2026. Showore give them woto in their own level. Woman arrested in Anambra for allegedly using hot iron to burn 70-year-old domestic worker. All this their nonsense abuse. You carry space in bikini. If you are tired, now give back the parents. South Sudan president sacks official after appointing man dead for 5 years to election panel. Is it dead man you want to write a man dead? I don't understand you. What is this one? Hundreds of mourners attend funeral for 20 youth massacre bandit in Kasena. That's it. Every day now, bad news every day. DSS cyber stalking case against Showore attack democracy. Not the activists, lawyer Abubakar Marshall says. Showore lambasts security agencies for ignoring intelligence, focusing on his prosecution as 162 were killed in Kwara. That's it. 162. Every day. It will not stop.
It's more than that. It's more than that. They're not going to tell you the exact figure.
Always give you a number that will favor them. It's always not more than that.
If they give you 162, maybe you know say na 2 over times 2 or times 3.
Times 2 now. Times 2. Sometimes times 3 self. Mad people. At least 75. Bad news everywhere. At least 75 Muslims killed in Kwara after rejecting extremist ideology, says Governor Abdul Razak. Because they refuse extremists, they kill. That's it now. But when US talks a massacre down, I go say a lie. Mad people everywhere. Una go here. Mono matunugu na. Una ya not there. Exclusive. House Senate leadership overruled majority, blocked mandatory real-time results transmission amid vested interest. They blocked it. As in now said to go, they hope for change. They don't understand, say it's not possible anymore. Una eye don't clear. Come and join us and end this zoo. Una don't want. Oh, you fool Nanya. We are watching. And we are marking all of you one by one. We are watching. I am Webuni Awaganka. Bigates expresses regret over association with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Austin. Mad person. Go and sit down. You are part of the evil in this world. Terrorists who killed 170 in Kwara's Woro community allegedly had security informants. They have security informant. Why security don't get their own informant? Terrorists, they get their own informant where they inform them about you. Why you people know? How many hours did they operate? Forget this nonsense.
Mazi, this particular news, this is what I'm telling you. I think this is just what I just finished saying some few minutes ago. That the security personnel are supposed to go for counter-attack for this particular incident. They are on the ground. They did not give them the order of going. They did not give them the orders of going. Then after they have executed their own plan, those people, that is when we now started seeing their vehicle going to that. Everything happened in my president. This particular one. If you are talking of witness, I'm going to say something about this particular one. Even the picture that they're even showing on social media, myself, that is foul. That is typical lie. Every Biafrans, this is the time for every one of you to know. Obodo na no ni mewe. Awusa batagwogwo oka. Awusa batagwogwo oka. Because they will continue to hide it. This particular one happened. The military personnel on their way going, I saw them with my own naked eyes. Nobody is going to tell me something about this phone. I saw it. They did not give them the order. They did not give them the order of going. This incident started around 2 before these people leave their office of going to that place. Something around 5 or 6 before going for rescue mission.
After your operation,
they never finish their work.
After they don't pipe with them hours, just imagine. Some people say they come from another state. They're the same local government on a day. We are still in the same state. How many hours will it take? Even if in a leg when they come, even if in a leg, you have your vehicle. They get the gunner jet, wave there everywhere. I thank God for our Southeast. So up to tomorrow, Southeast still remain the most secure place in that Nigeria. Till tomorrow, the insecurity where would they get for Southeast? Now the governors themselves, now Nigerian government themselves, now then they buy people for our side. These terrorists no fit operate for our side. They no fit operate people land at all. They no fit. The people where they buy people for our land and are police themselves, army. The terrorists themselves with uniform, Nigerian terrorists uniform army. And then they buy people for all this kind of attack. You can see all this attack in our side now. They will not succeed.
The one where they happen for Southeast now, terrorists in uniform. That's the reason why our prime minister said you should not allow the terrorists in uniform to breathe in Biafra land. Yes. Because they are the one. They are the terrorists in Biafra land. That terrorists in uniform.
That's why they hated him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also confirm it and say that the army in our land are terrorists. And because they busted their bubble, that is why they locked 2 of them away. That's why they hate them, mad people. Former AAU student leader sue university police over unlawful detention, demands 20 million in damage. Nonsense. So that demand. African Union condemn assassination of Saif al-Islam Gaddafi, son of former Libyan leader. Sorry, may his soul rest in peace. They don't buy the guy. They don't buy him. That is one thing with these idiotic Africans. All the time when this guy did there, they struggle to save his life for Libya. None of them invite him, or at least call him to come exile. None of them go to rescue him. And now when they kill him, they issue statement everywhere. Nonsense. African Union, my food. Nigerian Nurses Forum petition IGP over assault of college during immunization exercise in Lagos. Nigeria immigration probes officers Makama over 4 days detention, repeated rape of 21 years old. That's what they are known for now. That's what they are known for, evil. Governor Abdraman administration splurges 3.2 billion on foreign trade in 2025 amid terror attack. Mad people everywhere spending money that people didn't see. How much they spend? 4 Nigerians lured to Russia with fake jobs, killed in Ukraine. Survivors seek repatriation. People will go fight for repatriation. They follow Russia, they fight. No problem. I'm gonna try. Breaking. Kwara monarch Oba Simeon Olapekum freed following weeks in captivity after ransom. You just imagine. This one Oba, a whole Oba in Kwara State. Kwara State monarch Oba Simeon. And because the Christian, this is what the answer Simeon. Simeon no be Christian name. They kidnap and luckily for him, he survived. A whole Oba Simeon Olanipeku freed following weeks in captivity after ransom in Nigeria. See, that's the country some people say they are proud of. Community tips leads to Nigerian man arrest for heroin trafficking in South Africa. Ekiti Court dismisses criminal case against former microcredit agency chairman Olamide Loste. Mad people. Why alleged coup plotters against Tinubu cannot be tried by military tribunal? Falana. You say Igbo man.
Because I know Igbo man there.
That is it now. You say that
because I know Igbo man there.
They don't even announce them before. After they don't buy them, they go announce them. After they buy them, they announce them. Mad people everywhere. Popular Nigerian actress Auntie Ajara dies after battle with liver-related illness. Mad people everywhere. Mad people everywhere. This I don't know why. I don't know what people they see when they pray and rejoice, say they be part of this zoo. I can't understand. I don't know why somebody will still be wishing that Nigeria live the next minute. I don't know why. I don't know what people will see. What gives people that strength to continue to wish that the zoo continue to exist? A country that has nothing to offer. A country that has nothing to offer, only death and destruction. Only death and destruction every blessed day. The only thing you will be seeing is death and destruction. And yet people feel it's okay. God forbid. This one say, if causes worked, Wike would have died long ago. She already dismisses fake cleric who cursed him over Wike. PDP ADC condemns PDP ADC condemns Senate's rejection of electronic transmission of votes, says democracy at risk. Now, grandma not going to speak until I go to lie, say they don't finish election. Tinubu don't win. Mad people. Breaking. INEC registered 2 new political parties in Nigeria. Akoko. Nonsense. Deceiving themselves. Exclusive. Mother cries out as DSS detains son for 2 years without trial, denies family access. Now, that is what they do to our people every day now. Our own, we don't even cry again. We don't cry. So tears don't foolish for our eye. We don't even complain again. God have mercy. That will bring us to the end of the program today. I appreciate everyone that have joined us. I thank you all for being part of the program. My brother, Coach, give us your closing remark as we round up on the program. We don't try today. So, everyone that have joined us, wherever you're joining us from, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Give us your closing remark, my brother.
Thank you, Mazi. A lot has been said. And our brother's supposed to be awake at now. The only advice that I'm going to tell our brothers and sisters, most especially those in northern part of Nigeria, likewise in Yoruba land, they should be very, very vigilant. I pray that the gods of our land, our ancestors, the God that make us, every one of us, to be alive in this point of time, the God of Biafra, we're going to protect every one of us.
You see?
Because you did not know the time and the date that the voting is going to start. The only thing I'll help to tell every one of us should be saying, we just be vigilant. Even beside us, they are there. Because Amalo Nyembonyi, everybody is a suspect. Everybody is a suspect. Even the person that you and him is living in the same house is a suspect. Even your neighbor is a suspect.
Everybody.
That is why I have to be very, very vigilant. My prayer is going to be my special grace to Chukwuka Kabiam. Every one of us going to meet on that promised land that God has prepared for every one of us. And very soon, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to come out. Likewise, our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. The appeal has been completed because that is the word this evil man that called himself Omotosho did not even want that appeal to be completed. But Chukwuka Kabiam has taken the lead. And all of them, they are surprised in this point of time. Because if you look what Nigeria government is preparing now, that is the reason why they have even promoted him. They are giving him a slot. You go and wait for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in that court of appeal. But God is going to disgrace him. Unu egwuri Biafrans. Ani nebungada banyimenu. Because then tell Malami that the place that you find yourself today, that you're going to be there now, you no go even agree at all. Likewise him, or Motosho, if they tell him that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that we're going to appeal that court case, he himself will not even believe it. And all those evil politicians that call themselves Igbo elite, both Ohaneze and Igbo, both the evil politicians, both governors and senators, that their hand that mastermind the jailing of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they did not even expect it at all. But Chukwuka Kabiam have taken control of everything that is happening today. I pray that God continue to protect every one of us. Likewise, the Mazi trees. Chukwuka Kabiam will continue to give you the strength. And every genuine media that is standing on the truth. Because Ashna mechanic media have people everywhere. But if you are standing on the truth, even the pit of the enemy, the pit that your enemy dig for you, they are going to be the one to fall inside. And so shall it be. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for your wonderful, wonderful support and contribution to Biafrans. All the advice and encouragement. We must continue to do what we have to do, no matter how difficult it is. Yeah, I can understand my brothers joining from different angles, even in a difficult time. You will be in your business, you'll be on your work, and you are still contributing. It's not easy. I pray that Chukwuka Kabiam will continue to guide and protect you, secure you, and bless you more and more. Thank you so much, my beloved brother. And all the Biafrans that have been with us on this platform today, I appreciate every one of you, wherever you're watching from. Mainly people that are watching from the homeland. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect all the Biafrans, home and abroad. We pray for our leaders, more especially Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Ekpa. We pray for divine protection. We pray for divine favor. We pray for divine revelation. We pray for good health for them. We pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will give them the strength to stand strong until we meet very, very soon. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I will see you again later in the evening. Stay blessed and bye-bye, everybody. Thank you so much. See you again.
Don't follow for Gotao. Them say Tinibu don't follow for Gotao. Tinibu don't follow for Gotao. He want to take it, that's the top of our head. Senate House fall and the criminals, country military fall and the terrorists, injustice, on Motosha forget law for inside court. Changaro Republic at the government. Abubakar Malami don't fall for Gotao. Him and EFCC put leg for shit. Them say Sheikh Kukumi don't fall for Gotao. Because Donald Trump don't come to Machamo. He go matching Boko boys, matching terrorists. As the government knows a big way for kidnapping to stop. I make it don't fall for Gotao. They make the Nigerians see one die for suffer.
The very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chiko Dikabi Amapuni, Chineke, and Son of the Winner, Isala, Nina, Cosa, Hanso, Nana, Jama, and Yana Farusi, Obanana, all the and then so no one and you went out of his and you went out because you will make a difference with your source and we're not going
But you know what? They would like you to believe that someone Ekpa is the cause of this. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not it. I have come. Look with you. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you.
Anyone